My name is Damilola Kotieri, and I am with the only and one and only Dr. Njakiri Damages. And then I want to show my support to Omoyele's show and the Nigerian people, and myself because I'm a Nigerian. I want to say that we need to fight for what is ours, and Nigeria is ours. We need to take Nigeria back.
My friend gave me my lyrics.
Alright people, all the way from where, how do we start again now? So my name is Damilola Kotieri. I'm here to introduce to you Dr. Njakiri Damages! Revolution mood.
Oh Jamaica, boom boom. Oh Jamaica, boom boom. Oh Jamaica, my only country. Oh, yeah. Playback Nigeria with the support of Comedy Sports Portland USA, Imaginary Table Canada, and Organizational Theatre India wants to take your children aged 7 to 17 years on a trip to Jamaica this summer. This is a wonderful opportunity for you and your child to visit the Caribbean island of Jamaica as part of the International Children Theatre and Leadership Camp 2022. Oh man, I wish I'm a child. This boot camp is themed Belongings and will be for 10 days from August 4th to 14th, 2022. The International Children's Theatre and Leadership Camp is a multicultural artistic leadership theatre and adventurous gathering, and is open to children from all over, everywhere. Don't you want your child to be there? Children participants will be exposed to creative learning and receive mentorship in playback theatre and improvisational theatre. Amazing! They will be visiting exciting places in Kingston, Jamaica. Oh man, I want to see where Bob Marley was born and be part of a rich cultural exchange. Now, they will learn teamwork, attend master classes, and participate in plays, dance, witness shows. In today's interconnected world, exposure makes all the difference. Children with a history of travel navigate the world a lot easier. It adds to their recognition as leaders anywhere in the world. Yes, I know, that's how I ended up here. The spots are limited, so hurry and register. Some slots are open to parents of children attending. So you are allowed to also go on a trip with your children if you want to. Isn't that amazing? Now, the parents will also have a couple of corporate training sessions that can be applied to their business and work life. I'm thinking I might go. The cost for the camp is $2,800 per person. It covers hostel accommodation, 3 meals, excursions, tours, camp classes, and theatre training, land transportation, and other costs. Isn't that wonderful? It's wonderful, reasonable. Participants traveling from Nigeria who need a visa, that's very important, will be assisted in getting a Jamaican visa with the help of the organizers at no extra cost. Other participants will have a letter to apply for their visa in their home country. These people are very good. Schools, groups, and parents are responsible for other costs relating to travel, including international passport, air tickets, transit visa where applicable. Yeah, of course. COVID-19 tests, pocket money, and that's very important, and medical insurance. Now, to confirm that you've registered, you are to pay a deposit of $300 administrative fee. Yeah, this payment is non-refundable as it will be used to process your invitation letter and book your accommodation. Balance payments can be paid in installments and are due after visa is issued. Reasonable. Now, because you know me, Dr. Damages Show is giving out $100 discount to anyone that will register between now and 31st of May. All you need to do is to pay your $300 non-refundable deposit. Pay an additional $1,000 fee for the camp using the code Dr. Damages in your description. Send proof to drdamages@gmail.com and we will facilitate your $100 discount to be deducted from your balance. Yes, they will remove $100 because you know me. Remember, you must have paid your initial deposit of $300 by 31st of May for this to work, for me to dash you $100. Note that you will have to submit all the required documentations by the embassy, such as a statement of account, a consent letter from parents that are not going with their children, a letter of invitation from school, or other documents listed in the brochure. And the embassy, check their website. It's all there. So for more information, more details, send a WhatsApp message to 234-907-2808091 or email office@playbacknigeria.com. Don't miss this opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity for you and your children. And when you come back, tell me how you enjoyed it. I'll put
Corruption, impunity, and lack of accountability are responsible for Nigeria's underdevelopment. As citizens, we have a duty to report wrongdoings that endanger the well-being of the society. See something, say something. Blow the whistle today. Report corruption and other wrongdoings confidently and anonymously. Send tips to AfricMail on tips@corruptionanonymous.org or call 0811 877 1666 or the Presidential Initiative on Continuous Audit (PICA) on 0909 806 7946. Tips can also be submitted to the following anti-corruption agencies: EFCC, ICPC, Code of Conduct Bureau, or the Nigeria Police. This message is from the African Center for Media and Information Literacy, AfricMail, with support of MacArthur Foundation.
My life changed when I discovered that everything comes in threes, not twos, as I previously thought. That is the origin of the Trinity. The first is commitment to yourself. The second is commitment to the story. And the third is commitment to the world. Here is how Jim Carrey explains the commitment to oneself. You can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance at doing what you love. Here is how Mary Louie Kowinski explains the commitment to the story. There isn't anyone you couldn't love once you have heard their story. And here is how Wendell Berry explains the commitment to the world. The world is not given by our fathers, but borrowed from our children. Here are the things I have learned. Money spent in the service of friendship is never repaid. It shouldn't, because the wellness, the wisdom, the warmness that friendship bestows are immeasurable. Your story should stand on its own feet. Don't use an explanation to save your story. That is a sign of a weak story. The universe conspiracy to aid you in your quest is directly proportional to the sacrifice you make in the service of humanity. Don't ever forget that. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. We often misunderstand our heart. Our heart is not all-knowing. The 1980s band, The Barge, sang a song called "The Heart Is Not So Smart." Don't ever forget it. Why is that? Why is the heart not so smart? Here is the question the boy asked the alchemist in the novel of the same name. Why don't people's hearts tell them to continue to follow their dreams? Why? Here is the answer that the boy got. Because that is what makes the heart suffer most. And hearts don't like to suffer. The novel said that from then on, the boy understood his heart. Have you understood your heart? Have you? Some go to the oracle to consult the gods about their fate. Some go to church. Others go to the mosque. I go to my dream, for that is the womb of all faith. Those who can't take a joke are those whose hearts are cushioned against pain. I'm not making this up. Jokes are invisible armor against pain. We must always check our assumptions as often as the weather lady checks her thermometer. We must. No group of humans, out of the goodness of their hearts, has ever been bold enough to speak against the system that gave them power over others. God chooses the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. History repeats itself as a way to get a second opinion. But on the third time, it is simply shaming us, hoping that we can regain our senses. There are numerous dimensions, some of which we do not know yet. But there are just two directions. You are either in recovery or you are in discovery. Those recovering are looking back, while those discovering are looking forward. A situation is not a sentence. A sentence is not destiny. Destiny is not an immovable rock. People don't care how high you have climbed until they can see how high you can lift them. Many have died, but we remember only a few as ancestors. Why is that? Why does the encyclopedia have room for a few of us? Why does Wikipedia, with its unlimited pages, have space for only a few of us? Why do only a few names come to our mouths when we consecrate the kola nut? The greatest thing you can accomplish in life is to earn the title of an ancestor when you pass. Men find it easier to die for their God than to live the life their God demanded. Quite frankly, that is why we are the way we are. History is not notes that humans take in the classroom of life. It is interpretation people outside the classroom give to notes humans take. Your liberty is never guaranteed. It is always dependent on your ability to shine your eyes even while you are intoxicated. Despite what you may think, it is quite uncommon for individuals to go insane. But for a group of people, oh, very easy. It happens everywhere, every day, and every time. One individual going insane quickly realizes it because he shames his family and friends. But when a group goes insane, nobody's left to feel the shame. Shame dissolves in the company of others. Hacks govern the world. We lose history as a result. Let me surprise you. Despite what is happening around you, you know there is no trouble unless you trouble yourself. A battalion of soldier ants can march across your room in peace unless you disturb them. As time passes, we learn and grow. It is something enriching to pause and look back at what one has learned in life. I've learned that those annoying things that my parents used to say have been compressed by time. Now they are the wisdom that I dish out with delight. I've learned that the words out of my mouth are photographic plates of my heart.
ancestors said that when the flying termite is done flying, flapping its wings, it falls for the toads waiting on the ground. Bola Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State, is done flying, flapping his wings and running his mouth. His political fate is now in the hands of President Muhammadu Buhari. What is it going to be? We may get an answer to this question as soon as tomorrow. News reports say that tomorrow, Sunday, June 5th, 2022, President Muhammadu Buhari will meet with those in his political party, the APC, fighting to replace him as the president of Nigeria. And Buhari will announce for the very first time the person he prefers. Will it be Bola Tinubu? Will it be Rotimi Amaechi? Will it be Vice President Yemi Osinbajo? Will it be Senate President Ahmed Lawan? Or will it be a dark horse like former Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Obonnaya Onu? Your guess is as good as mine. Of all those, only one said no to supporting the party's consensus candidate, unless he is the consensus candidate. And that person is Mr. Bola Tinubu. That is why what happens in the next 48 hours will determine the political fate of Bola Tinubu more than anybody else in Nigeria. Already, we have seen the signs that he may not take the outcome very well, especially if it is not his desired outcome. The other day, his total meltdown in Abeokuta, Ogun State, is a sign of things to come. Did I hear you say that when death wants to kill a little dog, it won't let it perceive the sweet smell of poop on the roadside? One of you said that whom the gods want to destroy, they first make him mad. Or are you one of those saying the same thing Nigerian police officers often say? Nothing will happen. Here is my opening salvo. My good people of Nigeria, buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up. All right, welcome to another episode of Have Your Say. This is a show where we let you have your say on what's going on across Nigeria during the week and during the day, every day, 24 hours. We have a special guest today. Our regular people are here, but I want to bring in a special guest, someone who has experience in Nigerian civil service from the time of Awolowo till today, and he will give him a few minutes to talk about what's going on, and then we will get everybody in. This is a very important show. We have very, very busy week ahead of everybody. So let me introduce to you Dr. Wumi Akintide. Dr. Akintide, welcome to the show. Also, Akinde, you have to turn on unmute yourself. Also, we have Ovie, our regular guest. He's here. He's on his way. He's traveling, so we will get his view on what's going on before he takes off. But so for now, I'll talk to two of them, and then we'll get all the gang to come up, and we have a busy day. Dr. Akintide, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good. Welcome, Ovie. Welcome to the show.
Good morning,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So, Ovie, you're going from
Indianapolis to Atlanta.
Indianapolis to Atlanta. Okay, good. All right. So you guys have let's hear from Akintide, and then I'll hear from you. So, Dr. Akintide, welcome to the show. So I don't know where you've not been part of our conversation, but I know you are part of a conversation going on in other places. What do you think will happen in the next 48 hours for APC? What are you hearing?
What I'm hearing is so confusing. I believe that the APC will either unravel, or if they do it right, everything will be okay. But
what do you mean do? What do you mean do it right? What would be the right thing to do?
Well, the right thing to do was, I think he should have allowed the president should have allowed the delegates to be the one to decide. This idea of is asking the governors to allow him to pick his successor is very undemocratic in my view. And I think it's not something that should have been done.
Okay.
I don't know why he's doing it, but it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get into all this, but people are saying, why are people holding the president to different standard? If Bola Tinubu has been choosing people that will be governors of Lagos State since he left. What's the difference?
Yes, that's a correct something to say, but when you are choosing the president of the whole country, I know it's about the same standard, but this one is a little bit different from my own point of view, especially in a country with so many ethnic groups, too many. I know you also apply the same standard to the state, but when you are talking about the whole nation, I think it's a different ballgame.
All right.
That's my opinion.
Thank you so much. I stand by. I know you can stay with us as long as you want. We are going to bring so many people there. The studio is almost full. But let me talk to Ovie before he takes off. Ovie, did you see this? What happened in Abeokuta? You didn't see that happening last
Oh yeah, I mean,
last week when we spoke.
yes, I mean, for me, when it comes to Bola Tinubu, I'm one of those that believe that he can never become Nigerian president. He stand a better chance in producing a president than to become a president, based on how the country is structured. I mean, as I believe, it's an elite game, and he's part of the elite, so he knows better. So what is happening to him, I'm not surprised. And the question you ask, is this the end? I mean, he's in control. He started it. So he decides where it's going to end. Because I believe that the elite have enough for him, enough food to dish out for him when anybody is ready to eat. But again, for a politician of that caliber, I'm kind of disappointed. And it goes a long way to, for me to agree with one of my friends who told me last year that Bola Tinubu is just a regional politician. He's not a national politician. And at that time, I disagree with him. But it's clearly now that when it comes to national level, he has no grip at all. He's at best a regional politician. He's saying it, and at this point, I think I listened to Senator Adeyeye, who said that if it's Bola Tinubu, if what he has is an empire, I think it's that time it ends. So even within the Yoruba elite, I think they are ready for him too. But,
okay. Very good, very good. Dr. Wumi, one last question before I bring other people who are in the studio. What Tinubu said in Abeokuta, how do you make of it? What do you make of it? What do you think happened?
I think the lever is about to break. That was why he made that statement. But I thought, on reflection, it's a foolish statement to make at that point in time. And I don't blame him much. I blame his handlers, the managers, the campaign managers who are managing his team, because these are the kind of things they ought to have rehearsed and be sure of the implication of what it could be. I thought it was a foolish statement to have made. Number one, it shows that people have been accusing him of being very arrogant and deciding that he must get this position. It is his turn to be president of Nigeria. I don't think it's a wise statement at all. If I was one of his handlers, I would not advise him to do that.
Now, Umi, I know you knew Awolowo, and would Awolowo have said something like what for our young audience, like Ovie, who were born the other day? Someone like Awolowo says something like what Tinubu said: "This is my turn. I made this person president." You know, what do you think of that? Because people were confused. People thought he was smarter than that.
Yes, exactly. I worked with Chief Obafemi Awolowo. I served under him. And Awolowo would not have made that statement. Even though many people accused him, they said he was tactless, that whatever he wants to do, he will announce and tell people that this is what I want to do. But on this particular issue, I am quite sure that Awolowo would not have made a mistake. I don't think it was a wise statement at all.
All right. Let's
Awolowo would have kept that to himself.
Thank you so much, Umi and Ovie. Thank you. We will now bring more people into the conversation. If you want to join us and you are in the studio, please turn on your camera. If your camera is off, I wouldn't bring it up into the screen. So let's get more people involved in the conversation. Joseph Onyocha, welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Good. It's nice to see you. Professor Nyocha is from is in South Carolina. South Carolina. Yeah, and Harris, welcome to the show. Harris, can you hear me? Okay. Please turn on your if you come on, try to position your camera or your phone so that we can see your face. All right. Ogubunka, I hope I'm pronouncing the name well. Ogubunka, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Yeah, hi. Nice to see you. All right. Let me start with you, Joseph Onyocha. What do you make of the political situation in Nigeria currently?
It is so confusing. It appears that nobody has a grip on anything, but I'm not surprised. Our landscape is always very confusing, and nothing appears to be going in any direction. Only money speaks, and I came in a little bit late, 5 minutes after the hour, but I did hear Wumi and Ovi speak about what happened in Abeokuta, the speech or the no speech, and the spin that his handlers are putting on it after the speech, and of course what happened in a week or so ago in the PDP party, and the walking away from PDP of Obi, just a very confusing nature of politics. I'm not surprised. Nothing surprises me about Nigeria. The only thing that surprises me is the amount of money that people are giving out, and it's just a joke.
All right. All right. Thank you, Onyocha. Let's go to Harris. Harris, welcome to the show.
Caris,
Caris.
is it me?
Yeah, it's you. Caris, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you. Hello,
okay.
everybody.
Please, can you tell us where you're joining us from?
Yeah, I'm joining you from London.
From London, okay. So, what have you been seeing going on in Nigeria, and what's your impression?
I'll say if I say I'm disappointed, that's just the least, because it seems to me that most of the politicians are so unaware of the position they're trying to occupy. It seems like they don't really know what they're going into. And I really think that all of them, if not all, are doing it for their positive, for their personal motive. Like, okay, let me go into the speech made by Bola Tinubu in Abeokuta. Sorry, I'm not a Nigerian, but I'm so familiar with Nigerian politics. I'm a Cameroonian.
Okay.
Looking at the speech he made there, it's a whole lot of the sense of entitlement. I don't understand. How can you be making a speech like that? It means, for me, he's trying to be a president, not because he's trying to solve the problems that are happening in Nigeria, but because he's trying to to have that title that, okay, me too, I was once a president in Nigeria. Like, how can you be saying it's my turn? Like, I've made so many governors, I've made Buhari, I've made this, and this is my turn. This is my turn. This is my time to be president. I have to be president. It's so disappointing because they are not. Look at all what is happening in Nigeria. I mean, the insecurities is too much. Everything is too much. Pride, fear, everything. Then trying to make a speech for the people to vote you. Look at other countries. I mean, these are people who travel the world. They know what is happening when it comes to politics in other countries, in Western world. How can you be wanting to be a president and you're wanting people to vote you and you're bringing a speech like that? And people are listening. And I'm so disappointed that some people are even cheering him up. Why are you cheering? Do you know what you're doing? Because these are people's future. This is a whole country's future in your hands. Then you're... Oh God, I'll say I'm very, very disappointed. And if these people go ahead and vote people like these, and in the next 4 years they come and be complaining again, then it serves them right, because they don't know what they don't really know what they want for themselves.
Okay, thank you so much, Caris. It's nice to have you. we have a lot of people in the studio who are not turning on their cameras. I assume that you are not interested in coming on. Please, can you watch us on Facebook or YouTube instead of take space in the studio, because we have some guests who are coming in and we want to talk to them. All right, let's go to who's next? Onwubunka, welcome to the show. Ogubunka, sorry, Ogubunka. Am I saying it right?
That's America, New York way of pronouncing it.
I'm so sorry, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me how to pronounce it. I'll try to remember.
It's pronounced Okubunka.
Okubunka. Oh, I should know that. Okubunka. Okay. I'm so sorry. It's been a long time. All right. Welcome to the show. What is your take on what's going on in Nigeria?
Well, the politics of Nigeria is always be the same thing. There's no change. The elites, so-called themselves elites, they don't want any other person to be involved. They just want to be them to be decide who will be governed and who will be there. And he must be me. Why must he be you in the politics of Nigeria? Over 200 million people, and you are the one that deciding it must be you. No, this is time. This is 21st century. We should allow people to delegate to go and vote who they want to be their leaders. That is why we are having the delegates. Let them go and pick.
Yeah, but wait, Okubunka, wait. But if the delegates are now collecting money to vote for who gave them money, which one is better? I mean,
you know, in politics of Nigeria, you can't wave about collecting of money. So you can't wave that out, because some of them is poverty that bring all those things. Let us be realistic. It's poverty.
All right.
Without poverty, people will elect their leaders freely. But because of hunger in the country, everybody wants money.
All right, thank you.
That makes it difficult.
We try to go from person to person. We have a lot of people trying to join us. So
okay, no problem.
Thank you so much. Anderson, welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Rebecca. It's a great opportunity to be here.
Thank you. Where are you joining us from, Anderson?
I'm joining from Italy currently.
Oh God, Nigerians are not at home anymore. All right. I'm always looking for people at home who will tell me what they are seeing. Real people at home.
Thank you so much. That is why it is interesting when we are given an opportunity, because it is because of the same reason a lot of us ran away from the same home.
And more are living as we speak.
So when we have the opportunity to really speak, we want to say something.
Yeah. Please say something. You have that opportunity. Tell me what is going on.
Talking about what just happened to Tinubu, the statement he made.
Yeah.
Trust me. For me, I must tell you my own opinion. I was very happy that he said those words that he said.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes we really need to know what people are actually thinking inside them. What he said is exactly what he's thinking inside him. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody, I said, this man is just coming in to bear that title. I was once a president, or I am a president. That's just the title. He's coming in for the title, not as if he has anything to give us, from my own opinion. Do you understand? Yeah. So when he made that statement, I was like, yes, that is my point. That is it. You know, this is what he wants. It is his turn.
You think that the gods caught him.
Exactly. It's like the prayers. The prayers has been answered, you know, because every wise person, we know that with this 21st century that we are no longer looking for somebody who will come up and tell us I'm going to give you road, I'm going to give you bridges. Those same statements they've been making even before I was born.
And that's why, don't you think that's why he now says it's my turn? It's not about building anything for you. It's just you just give it to me. It's my turn.
Yeah, this is look at what he said. He said, I was the one who made this one. I was the one who made this one. So there's no need for me to be making them again. It is not time for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pure fact. This is just people trying to enter power without offering nothing.
All right, hold on. Stand by, okay? Stand by. Stay where you are. I'll get back to you if you have time for us. Let me reach people who are about to leave. Where is Wumi again? Dr. Wumi Akintide. Dr. Wumi Akintide is gone.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, Obi, I know you are there, but I wanted to. I wanted
okay.
to see. Hold on a minute. The studio is full. I can't get people. I can't see my people. All right. Obi. I don't know if you speak Yoruba. I wanted to talk to Wumi who speaks Yoruba, but Tinubu's people said that we misunderstand what he was saying because he was speaking in Yoruba. Is that are we all did we misunderstand him? Is that what happened?
No, that's not what happened. But what is at play here? I mean, what is at play here is they have to control the narrative. They find a way to control the narrative. They are buying time for themselves. As I said, Tinubu, with the kind of caliber of politician he is, a very experienced politician. I don't think he's petered out of mistake. I believe he knew what he's doing. I mean, everybody is talking about him now, and we are going to talk about him till the day of their election.
In 48 hours.
If they decide to throw it open, it's hoping that it's going to be on his favor. So it's a game. As I keep saying, it's a game of the elite. So they're just trying to control the narrative. Nobody, even me that have Yoruba, they understand. I can clearly tell you that everything that man said is what everybody is talking about. So, but again, I mean, this is a man who is well experienced. He has invested in media. He knows how the media works. He has some of the best writers, some of the best commentators. He knows what he's doing. It's a game. I keep saying it's a game. So let's just see how it plays out. This is not going to be his final statement that people are going to criticize. As the game keeps going, they are just pushing him to see how tough he actually is, how patient he can be as a president. And as far as I'm concerned, he has failed. But again, we'll see how it's going. But let's hear what he's going to say again next. Tinubu is something I expect for the way he talks. It's not somebody that just come out and talk. If you pay attention to Tinubu's speech all along, he doesn't just come out and talk. And anytime he comes out and talk, media run after him. So for him to be, just going out and losing as if it's a loose cannon, I think it's a game. It's the game I play.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let me welcome Adeyemi to the show. Adeyemi, welcome to the show.
Yeah. I'm Adeyemi. I'm from Jordan.
You're in Jordan. Oh, you're from Jordan.
From Jordan. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. So what's your take on the conversation we're having? What do you expect to see happen in 48 hours?
I don't expect anything positive, but I want us to take note of one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let us say Tinubu didn't say he could not express himself in a good manner. Okay.
In Yoruba, not in English.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's a difference if it was English. And
the speech was delivered in Yoruba. And only, transcribing a speech from a language to another language, the emotion and the expression doesn't follow the translation. I think we are getting it.
So you think something was lost in the translation?
Of course, the expression and some emotion was lost, and it can never be defined with a translation. So only those people that understand the Yoruba will understand what he means and the message he's trying to pass.
Yeah, can you tell us what your own understanding? I hope you understand Can you tell us your own understanding?
Yeah, I'm a Yoruba guy.
Okay, good. What did we miss in the translation?
All he's doing and all he has been doing was campaign. And I didn't expect anything further from him than that. And there was a conversation made by the governor of Ogun State. He mentioned those people that brought him to power. Look, let us be let us be truthful to ourselves. This is Nigeria, and we understand Nigeria's politics. Nigeria.
Okay, Ademi, I'll stop you there. Let me go to other people. We'll come back to you, okay? Janaba, welcome to the show. Janaba, you can unmute yourself. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Damages.
So, what is your take on what's going on?
On
Tinubu, anywhere, start with Tinubu, or the president, coming tomorrow. I think he's meeting with the aspirants, and he might pick somebody as his preferred candidate. What do you think about it?
First of all, in honest way, we all know that Baba is not in favor of the other Baba. There are two Babas, Baba Buhari and Baba Tinubu. So the two Babas are not in agreement. But then in the terms of Baba Tinubu says it's his own turn. What he means is that it's his turn for him to be taken to the hospital by Nigerian government to be treated. Because that is what we have done with Buhari. It's about giving him treatment in London because Buhari actually doesn't have so much money, but Tinubu have money to treat himself. So Baba should relax and then treat himself because he doesn't need our fund again. But when it comes to who will be APC, as Baba is trying to nominate somebody, I believe that Baba will still do what he want to do. That is Buhari, if you know him very well. Buhari will do what he's going to do. And
all right, Janaba is out. He said something that somebody didn't like, and they Pantami maybe.
Can you hear me?
I thought Pantami took you out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that Buhari will do what he's going to do. I will see what Tinubu will do. But let us not make a mistake. PDP will love Tinubu to be the running mate of Atiku.
What? Say it again.
I said PDP will love to see Tinubu to be the running mate of.
Oh, okay. So, you are implying that if he doesn't get APC, he will be the running mate of Atiku.
No. I said that PDP will love to run with Atiku team, the PDP party.
Okay, against Tinubu.
Against Tinubu, yes. That is
all right. All right. Thank you. Hold on, Janaba. Somebody is we're getting a feed. Okay, hold on, Janaba. Let me go. If you are not speaking, please mute yourself. Okay, I don't want to mute everybody. Niger Jaga, welcome to the show. Can you hear me? Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, as my name implies. Thank you so much. I'm from North Carolina. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So tell us where you're joining us from.
From North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay. All right. So what is your take on the political situation in Nigeria?
I think this is another cute play. This is more like a movie, and this is not the first time we've seen this. Godfatherism has always been a big play in the Nigerian political scene, but we're watching this and we're seeing all these things. Basically, we should learn from this. We, as those that are going to vote, we should learn from these things. We should understand the political game of Tinubu. All he wants now is he's already a godfather, but he just want to be there. The man is sick. We all can see that. So Nigeria should learn from this. We should learn from this. And if you understand what I'm saying, we should just learn from this. That's just
okay. What do you want us to learn? What do you want us to learn? What do you want the people to do? The people have no say in this. In the next 48 hours, the party, the president, they will decide who will be the candidate.
The people never have any say. The Nigerian people, right from day one, they've never had any say.
So what do you want him to learn? What do you want him to do? Okay, Nigeria, Jaga Jaga, we will come back to you. Okay, let me go to Bennett. Bennett, welcome to the
That's
show.
what happened when you say Nigeria and Jaga Jaga.
You can't say bad things on these shows, you know.
Anyway,
It's controlled by Pantami, you know. Bennett, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Rudolph. Thank you.
So, what is your take on what's going on?
Well, I don't know why people are surprised about what Tinubu said. His comments. These are the things they say in their houses and in their meetings, and this is the way they think. It's normal in our politics. When they have negotiations of who to support, you know, the kind of things they bring to the table is, okay, so I'm going to support you. When you win, you will give me 2 commissioners or 3 commissioners, or you do this for me. It's quid pro quo all the time. It's never about the people. Or have you ever seen any Nigerian big politician supporting another and saying things like, when you win, give people free education or build roads? These are never issues. So I don't know why people are, you know, surprised about this. This is nothing surprising. It's just that I think people who don't want Tinubu to be the next APC flag bearer are just, you know, trying to create a division between Buhari and Tinubu. These are not surprising at all.
All right. Thank you so much. I want to mention that one of our viewers, Don Raymond, said that you guys just hate Tinubu for nothing. When he checked all the names here, and he said you people are bitter and you guys are anyway. Let me come to you, Ovie, are you bitter? I will come back to the people that just joined us. I'll see you guys.
let me break Raymond's heart.
Yeah. Talk to Raymond. He's worried that you are bitter.
As we speak, I can guarantee you 9 out of 10 people that are working closely with Tinubu are just there because of the dollar. So
Okay.
why you say we the hate am? You said I want the dollar, so I know the hate. No.
Thank you very much. I know you have an answer for him. Let me come to somebody just joined us. Jibola, welcome to the show.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Austria.
Austria. I told you nobody's at home anymore. Okay, so so what's your take on what's going on in Nigeria?
I would say the way it is, you know, I've been following the Nigerian politics for a while. And
okay, no, Jibola, hold on. You have 2 things open. We are getting feed from you or from.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, it's good now. Go ahead.
Is it good? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. What I think is, let's call a spade a spade. Nigeria, we are in trouble. Big one.
What's the name of the trouble? Does it start with T?
Number 1, we are in a political trouble. Number 2, we are in an ethnical trouble. I guess people are not looking at the main. They are not seeing the main information from what it passed. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, I think they are not seeing. They didn't get the real message from what it passed. I'm a real Yoruba guy, and number 1, if I call myself Nigerian, I believe I want to be a Nigerian. I don't want to be called a Yoruba Nigerian. I wasn't born like that. I was born into being known as a Nigerian. This man, he said, Yoruba Lokon. Imagine if all the contestants come up and say, it's Hausa's turn, it's Igbo's turn. And we're already having an ethnic problem already. This, for me, when I heard it, I felt, look, this is it. I will tell you the fact, I was living in Lagos for a long time, and I never liked the guy's governing. I mean, the man really literally sold Lagos. So for me, him being in the context as a presidency now is, for me, like he's about to do something else. It's not good. No good will come out of it. As a 21st century, if a politician and an intellect like he is, called Tinubu, thinks, yeah, Yoruba Lokon or whatever Lokon, you know, then we're in trouble. big one, and definitely I'm very sure he's going to win one way or the other because of the corruptions we already have in the country. This is what I feel, but I just want to say we are in trouble. That's it.
All right, thank you so much. Let me come to you, Mazi Chika. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Damages.
So tell us where you're joining us from and then your take on what we're discussing.
Well, good morning, everyone. As you can see, my name is Mazi Chika. I'm joining you guys from Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. Okay, good. One day we'll get somebody from Nigeria. So what is your take on what's going on? What's going on?
Well, on my own opinion, on my own view, I really wish that Peter Obi, I really wish that Peter Obi and Omo Yele Sowore can join together. I wish those two people can match together. Like it doesn't matter both of them who will be the president and who will be the vice president of Nigeria. Okay, if those two people can work together, I swear to God, Nigeria government will declare state of emergency. They will say it's Biafra and Oduduwa. You know what I'm saying? They will say it's Biafra and Oduduwa. If those two people can join together, so therefore they can flush all those people out, because Sowore already said it, that if he becomes the president, that he will throw a lot of those people in jail, which I know Sowore will do that, okay? I know he will do that. Now, for P2B, I know what P2B is capable of. I know P2B have the wisdom to run Nigeria. P2B might be kind of laid back, but Sowore is not going to be laid back. And Sowore is the man. Sowore and P2B, these two people are the people ordinary Nigerians should support.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We want to keep moving, and I'll go back to Joseph Onyocha, who is in South Carolina. So, Chief Onyocha, I know that tomorrow the president will meet with these people who are trying to take over from him, and he will pick somebody. He will mention somebody's name. It could be, there are several reports we see on the newspapers today. It could be Lawan. It could be the vice president. It could as well be Tinubu, which will be a surprise to most of the people here today, including Ovie. But he's going to pick somebody, and what happens after that? And now let me say this for those who do not know. All the candidates during their screening, they all said that they will support a consensus candidate. And part of this process of the president getting involved is to help to come to a consensus, because they don't want to go to the delegates. Now, if that happens, that they pick, the president says, this is the person we want. Now, only Tinubu said no. And Tinubu gave a condition. He will support a consensus candidate if that person is him. So all this is my end tomorrow. If Buhari calls them in a room and say, look, okay, you know what? I want to hand over to Tinubu. Everybody will go home happy. But of course, Ovie said it won't happen. Onyocha, if it's not Tinubu and it's his turn, according to him, what do you think will happen? You have to unmute yourself, Onyocha. Onyocha, we can't hear you. All right, Ovie, the same question to you. We'll figure out Onyocha's issue with his. Ovie, go ahead.
I think with this Tinubu stunt, he can act. I think the whole game is to get Nigeria talking and put pressure on
the president. But why are they doing damage control after the fact? Is it part of the plan?
Yeah, no, to push the party to go for indirect election so that the delegates will decide. I believe that maybe he can pull away, but if that is the case, if he push hard enough and if he get that, fine. But if he doesn't get that, they even want to make sure. I believe the caucus will say, okay, let's go. They will do exactly what I said last week. Exactly what they did in favor of Article. The same thing will happen. just to disgrace him. But I don't think they will want to do that. Or they will can even go with the ticket. Let's go to the final general election, and that's where the game is going to end. So I believe no matter what, whatever he's going to push the game, he's not going to be the president. Even if he cry, and decide to hear his voice and say, okay, go, let's go, get the ticket, let's go. It's not going to win the general election. But I don't think he's strong enough to actually convince Buhari of what he wants to do, which is to say, this is my man. Whether you like it or not, this is how it's going to end.
Okay. Let's. I see somebody new joining us. Oludare, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. So you've been watching and you got that conversation. What do you think is going to happen in the next 48 hours?
Okay, just want to say, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Just hi to everyone. My name is Oludare. I'm calling from Canada. My own point of this all our discussion is that I think I'm going to differ from what everybody have been saying here. I think I've been listening to you guys for a while. The Bible says that if the foundation is destroyed, what can a righteous man do? See, like the issue of Nigeria, I think at this moment in time, I think we should think outside the box right now. Mr. Buhari, when Buhari was coming to power, they say, okay, oh, he's a repentant man. No, Buhari is an integrity man. No, blah, blah, blah. When they are trying to front him, I tell people, like, you can't front someone like Buhari with Tinubu and those gang, and you think they're going to rule Nigeria in a better way. There's nothing like that. See, I think most of us here, we are all living abroad and we know what is going on. See, Nigeria issue is more than the politics they are playing back home. This is not a matter of politics right now. I think we should go back to the basis, because there's no way you're going to run that country the way it is right now. Let them bring Jesus to come around Nigeria the way it is right now. Nothing's going to happen. Everything. See, the center cannot hold again. So the way forward right now, that's my own point of view. The way forward is that the way when Nigeria was starting up, okay, they brought us together by the amalgamation or whatever. Can we revert back to how it has been before?
Where do you want us to begin? Where do you want us to go back to?
Yeah, let's go back to the western, the eastern, and the northern region. Let's start from there.
So okay. wait, hold on. Are you saying the election should be suspended? We should tell Buhari forget about it?
See, the election they are doing right now, there's no, we know what's going to happen in the election. Okay, Tinubu's not going to agree, and Buhari is not going to agree. See, is a kind of we are going back to, like, kind of going in circle. If you do election today, okay, fine, okay, Tinubu enters there or whoever enters there. So what's going to become of Nigeria? Buhari has been there for 7 years. What did he achieve? What has happened? So all this thing, like we're just going back and we know the problem. We don't want the truth. That's what was going on. Nigeria doesn't want the truth. People living abroad and people living in Nigeria, they don't want the truth. The truth is that there's no way out of Nigeria right now. There's no way they can leave this country to anywhere. No matter who, let Obama, let whoever come around Nigeria right now, there's nothing's going to happen. Can we go back to the basis? Let's try and see if we can form something, because the way it is going right now, there's nothing. Let us stop deceiving ourselves.
All right, thank you.
Let us go back to the basis. That's my own take.
Thank you so much. Onyocha, you are back. I'm sorry, we lost you when you were speaking.
Right, absolutely. Thank you so much for letting me back. I believe the question you asked me, what is going to happen tomorrow in the next 48 hours, if Tinubu is not a consensus, what is going to happen? I think what I began to say was that there will be an explosion, there will be an implosion. The man, Tinubu, is a very, very stubborn human being. I doubt if he can back down for anybody. But I'm also believing that the consensus candidate for the president has to be his vice president. Anything short of that is just it's just normal politics anymore. If he is going to be asking anybody to be his candidate, got to be his vice president. That is my thought on it. But that doesn't mean that he'll win. Actually, for most of us here, and I'm being presumptuous a little bit, I think we are from the southern part of Nigeria. possibly I'm a little bit older than most of you here. Growing up, I was told that the Northerners are not bright, they are not good politicians, but they have outsmarted us ever since from before the breakup of Biafra away from Nigeria to this point. They have outsmarted us, so they know what is going to happen. This is my thinking about the whole thing. I really don't care about APC. I don't give a blip about them. Some of my friends and relatives are in APC and also in government, one place or the other. But I don't care anything about them. So anybody that beats them, I am for it. Atiku, as old as he is, but if he can wrestle power away from them, I will support him. Obi, I think Obi made a mistake in walking away from PDP to Labour Party. He's not going to. He may get a few thousand million votes. What he may do is spoil the Gary for the other, possibly Atiku. He's not going to be winning anything. So, as I said in my introduction earlier on, it's a very confusing landscape. I don't care about what happens to APC. They can explode, they can implode all they want. They are very arrogant. And anybody who thinks that a Nigerian politician is not arrogant, and tell me who it is that is not arrogant in Nigeria. All of them are very arrogant, all of them are stupid. They don't know anything about governance. They don't understand anything about governance. And my closing remark is this with regard to Tinubu. Tinubu has had very good position papers on what he wants to do as a politician if he gets into power. So if you have followed him, and I do follow him a little bit, reading some of the things position papers that he has the last 3-4 years, even before he came out to declare, he has indicated what he wants to do. So what he did in Abeokuta the other day was very deliberate, whether it was said in Yoruba or in Igbo or in any other Hausa or Efik, it doesn't matter. We understand. When he pounded his chest and said it's his turn, whatever language you use, we understand that. Nobody says that in any politics in any country. But he knew what he was doing. I think he was trying to put the president in the spot because he knows that he may not be the consensus candidate for Buhari. That's why he said that. And he's probably trying to, I'm not Yoruba, you probably can pick that from my accent, but he's trying to get his people riled up in such a way that by tomorrow or Monday, all hell will break loose. And let it break loose, guys. Nothing is going to happen to Nigeria. After 4 years of possibly Atiku, Nigeria will still be limping. We'll still be coming back here. And Rudolph, you will call us back here again to start talking. Nothing will change. So that's my take. I know
So we're all wasting our lives here.
No, seriously.
Thank you very much.
Where's the lie?
You inspired me now. Thank you for the inspiration that what we're doing is going to change the world. Anyway,
president.
All right, thank you. Anderson, what we're going to do is we're going to take out some people and bring in new people. There are a lot of people who are trying to join us. Adeyemi, we want to say something? Yeah. No, Adeyemi, he spoke. I remember.
I was saying something the other time.
Okay, hold on. So if you're not talking, can you please mute yourself? Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. I was saying something the other time. Look, I'm not a politician, but at least I follow politics a lot. So, and I love politics. So what Tinubu did the other time was a campaign. He campaigned for himself. And look, he went to Abeokuta as the state of the vice president. And previously, Vice President mentioned that it was, I think, Amosun and Aregbesola that opted in to get to the position of the Vice President, of the seat of the Vice President, whereas it was glaring that, he has the support of Tinubu. That was one. Secondly, the governor that Abeokuta mentioned that it was the Vice President that opted in to attain the position of the governorship. All I want us to know, let us be real. We need to be real and realistic. This is Nigeria, and we all know what the politics of Nigeria. And let us be sincere with ourselves. Any godfatherism can end in the politics of Nigeria. Look, Showore has been clamoring, has been there. And look, the guy has been trying, but let me tell you, in 30 years, with the way he's running, even let him run contest for like 50 times. I don't think he can. Okay, APC, ACN, the new PDP, ABGA, and others, they came together for coalition and what? And drove out PDP. That's politics. So anybody telling me, okay, look, this is Tinubu, and the other option is Atiku. Okay, let us vote for the lesser evil. As for me, the lesser evil, I think it is still Tinubu. But
wait, are you saying no? Stop. What about the Vice President? How are you going from Tinubu to Tinubu and Atiku? What happened to the Vice President? Is he not running?
Dr. Damage, let me ask you this question. Are you very sure that the Vice President can beat Atiku? Let us be realistic with ourselves. Do you think the Vice President has the structure, has the power, the political power, the name, the brand to beat Atiku? Are you sure? Can you vouch for that? That he can beat Atiku? He can't. Look.
Wait. Hold on. Let me go. Adeyemi, hold on. Let me go to people who know better than me. Okay.
Are you looking for somebody to beat Atiku or what is it? I don't understand your platform. What are you saying?
What I mean is, okay, this is APC. Atiku we all know it. He's very powerful politically, and he has, he has connection a lot. And this is Vice President, and we all know Vice President. At least we know the list of him. Where is the power? Yes, he's a Vice President, but tell me, where are his structures? Where is his political stronghold?
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Adeyemi, hold on. Somebody has an answer for you. Hold on. Let's go.
Tinubu is a member itself. Tinubu is the best person. We don't even have any option. What about Oshibanjo? Does the name sell? The VP. Oshibanjo is a good man. He's a nice man. But nice men do not make good leaders. Because nice men tend to be nasty. Nice men should be selling popcorn, ice cream, and balabogologo. But he's a very decent person. I can't doubt.
All right, so Adeyemi, this guy, Shetima essentially is thinking like you. that he should be selling ice cream and popcorn.
Shetima, the Vice President is good. But politically, and to win, to contest an election and win, look, it's like a topic and an agenda on its own. Look, okay, this is it's APC against PDP. We have so many good people in APC. We have so many, even the young guys are there. Amosun is also good. Ahmed Lawan. But for me, who can beat Atiku?
Okay, hold on. Stand by. Okay, Adeyemi, stay there. I want to get other people involved in this conversation. Please, can you mute yourself? If you're not, I'll remove people if I see that it's coming from you. Okay, me? Anderson. No, not you. Another one. I know you are there. I'll come to you. Anderson, let me ask you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You see, what Adeyemi just said just now, talking about good people in APC and whatever. If you look at all the members of APC and all the members of PDP, these are the same people ever since. In fact, ever since I was born, these are the set of people in politics. They're just changing one party to another. You know, if for example another party tomorrow, let's say for example Labour Party tomorrow wins election, you see all of them will also want to leave that same party. Some of them will want to join the winning party. But that's not my problem. My problem is that the way we are really seeing this whole thing, we are supposed to be practicing democracy here. You understand? If we don't take out sentiments, tribalism, party system, then I don't see Nigeria moving forward. Because unless we tell ourselves that we are tired, we are not concerned about party system. Party can be strong, but what if the party do not actually have the what it takes to fix the country? Does that mean that other smaller parties could be there, but they might have candidates who have the ability, the desire, the passion to fix the country? Politics is all about, it's a game of numbers. That's what they said. So if, for example, we all as Nigerians, we are tired of the system, then we decide to say, you know what, this party, we have tried PDP for several years. They failed us. We've tried APC for several years. They failed us. So whether Atiku is going to come through PDP or is going to come through APC, we've tried these people. They are not working. They all have the same mindset. They've never changed their constitution in their own party. They still work with the same mindset. So why don't we look somewhere else? I think that's my own opinion. That's why I said, until we say we are tired. If we are tired of everything that is going on, all of us that are here, like what you said, no one is in Nigeria. Nobody wants to. Sometimes some of us are even ashamed to identify as a Nigerian sometimes because of the humiliation we get. You know? So most times we need to be tired. We need to really say, you know what, we are done with this party system. It was recently I got very scared when I came to find out that I said, so you mean all these things we are even saying, these so-called people called delegates, they can just pay them some huge amount of money and they will just present for us some demons. Then we don't have choice. We need to vote, you know, anyone they present to us.
All right.
So for me, if PDP is bringing Atiku, then whoever is APC wants to bring, let them bring the person. But for we who are tired, we who are the people who are going to go to the polling booth and say, you know what, this is who we want, then we should also think of who is going to fix the country. That's my take. I'm not really concerned about which party is so strong, which party have all the powers and everybody in their beck and call. No. I'm talking about who can fix the country, who have the ability, the passion to really fix this country.
All right. Thank you so much. Another one. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, my uncles, my brothers.
Last time we saw you, your name was different, but now you have another name and it's another one. So what is your take on what's going on?
Well, so far, everybody has spoke well. Opinion differ. But at the same time, I think the whole problem that we are having, the whole situation today in Nigeria, is like that because it was deliberate. It was a plan and agenda work, you know. They work towards the manifestation of what is happening now.
Who planned it? Who planned it?
Should I use the word of Dele Momodu, who said the owners of Nigeria?
Okay, go ahead. I just want to make sure we understand the people.
And the grandsons of the owners of Nigeria.
That's interesting because the children of these people are all running for offices and they are getting into the Senate and the House and governorship you know. So we all should be aware of that we may be talking about the same people for the next 100 years. Go ahead.
Now,
May I plead
we that are outside Nigeria,
may I plead ignorance,
we know what
please?
is right.
Who are the owners of Nigeria? Make that clear to me, please. I mean, we're in an open forum here, and some of us are naive.
Sir, I will respond to that, but permit me to say this. In Yoruba land, they said, "Ẹnu mi kọ́ ló ti gbọ́ pé ya tíṣà lájẹ́." I don't, my Yoruba brothers, we understand this.
Understood, of course.
And because it got me a teacher like that. So I will not mention the name of the owners of Nigeria, but Dele Momodu know them.
No, he mentioned it. He mentioned it.
Yeah. In an interview, he mentioned it. I wouldn't be able to. If I can find the interview, I'll play it. But let's continue.
Okay, as time goes, maybe
I'll find it and I'll play the video for you.
No,
They are
no,
not
we cannot. Wait a minute. We cannot be speaking in codes here now, right? So when you say owners of Nigeria, you want to use that to make a statement. What is wrong in you mentioning that? Are you afraid? Who are the owners?
Dadiwa.
No, don't call me that. My name is Joseph. Tell me who the owners of Nigeria are.
Mr. Joseph, see, let us focus on what we are dealing with, okay?
No, but it's a part of the discussion. You say owners of Nigeria, right? And you're using that as a platform to make a statement. So,
okay,
step back
maybe Dr. Damages, sir, please, you will help me to capture the owners of Nigeria in the clip of Dele Momodu. Or if I get it, maybe I can also play it from here.
I'll play it.
He mentioned names. I know he mentioned names.
Actually,
but permit me not to mention names.
Essentially, they are people that we know. All the traditional rulers, all the former heads of states, even people like Tinubu himself. So they are not strange people. I thought they were really different people. But Mustafa mentioned his own 56 names. He didn't mention the name, but he said that there are 56 people who are basically 56 eating Nigeria like termites. That they are the people destroying the country. He didn't mention his own names, but I know that they are all connected. They will be the same kind of people. All right, another one.
Okay. In conclusion, it's only we that are outside that knows what is right and what to do. The people in Nigeria today, they don't know. You know why? Because it was also deliberate. If they have electricity, they will be seeing what is happening within in and outside. But they don't have electricity. It was an agenda. So now, if we were to, if we that is outside, if we have PVC, privilege to vote diaspora, the privilege to vote from diaspora, we will vote who we want. We want, we win.
You
know.
All right. Another one. Thank you.
We win, but they don't want it. It was an agenda. I don't know.
Thank you so much. Let me get few people are joining us. We have Bolaji. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Nice to see you. Ijoma, welcome to the show.
Hi.
And Joe, welcome to the show. Joe, you can hear me. All right, Bolaji, let me start with you. I know you are following, you know what's going on, and you are regular on this show. So last time we spoke, we didn't expect that today we'll be where we are in Nigerian politics. What surprised you?
I think first, it depends on how you look at that statement, or maybe outburst. It depends on what angle you are looking at it from. If you are looking at it as an APC person, it's different from when you're looking at it as a Nigerian, and maybe looking at it some other perspective as well. First, I will say this: it's their own problem. It's not our own problem.
Who are they? The APC?
It's APC problem right now. Okay. It's agreement between them. Now, if you want to talk about that, let's actually go to it. If you look at some insider stories, why exactly the outburst? You hardly see Tinubu coming out to talk that much in most cases. You go and look at the history. He doesn't grant press interviews that much. You don't see him on channels or any stations addressing press or talking about national issues that much. If you look at it, I think he had been trying to actually go to Ogun State to talk to the delegates to meet the governor. And the governor has been avoiding him for a very long time. I know people have talked about the use of some Yoruba languages there. Tinubu is a very good person when it comes to Yoruba. He uses Yoruba words carefully and strongly. And especially, I expect him to understand Yoruba to that extent because he grew up in the market area. So he must have mixed with quite a lot of Yoruba people and very carefully using those words. Starting from, even if you look at the way he addressed the governor, even I am not a governor. If I'm addressed that way, I'll feel so bad. He used the word "ileyalasododoyi."
This one.
Very derogatory word to use for anybody. Even if my dad is using something like that for me, I would definitely look like something is definitely wrong. Maybe I've like seriously passed my boundary. So if you see the way he addressed the governor, then going to all other utterances that he made there, I would say first, as somebody that is watching like a spectator looking at the APC game, everything he said there, they are all absolutely true. Is he supposed to say that? That's a different thing entirely. As a Nigerian, should I feel insulted when people are saying that this thing is like a relay? I gave you the button, you need to give it back to me. That's another conversation entirely. But if you look at it, if he wasn't part of the 2015 alliance, would Buhari have won the election? Is no. So that kind of justify what he was saying so far there. Now, the same thing with the governor. Are those things good for us as Nigerians? Definitely no. But it happens in most other countries as well. We could look at it like when in US, like I'm in US today. If you follow the politics, we've seen Republican, like most people that Donald Trump endorsed these days are the one winning elections, winning primaries. So the same thing is repeating in Nigeria as well. Now, for how long do you want to continue that? That's another question that we need to answer within ourselves.
Okay.
But one point I have in there is this. One point I have there is this. Buhari himself needs to be very careful how he's going to impose the candidate. Because if we're saying what Tinubu is doing is undemocratic, it's imposition, godfatherism. It's the same thing he himself wants to do now. If you want to anoint a candidate, impose a candidate, as a spectator, I want to see how that game is going to end.
Very good. Very good. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. I know you are here for a while. Ijoma, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah,
Hi,
it's nice to finally have a woman join us,
All right. Okay.
All these men, they've been running their mouths. They don't even talk about domestic issues, like kitchen items. They don't care. They only talk about politics. Let's hear from you.
We don't know how the other room look like, so.
Go ahead, Ijoma. What's your take on the political situation in Nigeria?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Koko. I want to just say I agree 100% what Mr. Joseph Mokacha said.
Yeah.
In this issue with Tinubu, my own point, I've wrote some comments already. It's absolutely unprecedented, and it's absolutely, for the Nigerians, it's an insult. I mean, the guy was saying, if you insult me, whatever, but that's an insult to that particular part of the world, the nation, Nigerians. Because if he is candidating as a president, I don't see any reason why at that level, and as an experienced politician, as people claim, or what he claims to be, to go to that level to make such a very horrible and horrific speech saying, it is my turn. Come on. We're talking about democracy. We are talking about a nation, to move that nation forward, or that country. But someone coming so stupidly, let me put it that way, I'm sorry to use that word, to say something like that for a whole nation is an insult to the people in Nigeria. And whatever it is, whether it is the way they do it down there, which Mr. Onyocha said, it is not acceptable nowhere in the world. Apart from that, the international community is watching his statement. It's going around the globe. Where on earth has such a nonsense has ever happened? I'm not speaking whether Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, but if such people are representing Nigerians at that level, there is a problem. And he should come out openly. If it was a strategy, it's a political strategy for him, which I'm not a politician, but I look at it like absolutely disastrous. There's nothing, there's no way to look at it whether he said it. I don't speak Yoruba. My Igbo is not so good. Anyway, I'm Hausa also, but I listened very carefully. People interpreted it, and there was a lot of translation about it. He said, it is my turn. It's a national cake, they call it in Nigeria. But at that level, he hasn't been to the primary. He went to Abeokuta and was commending this to the people. So everyone can come up and say, hello, here I am. I want to rule. He got nothing to offer. I don't know what his strategy is, what is his policy, what is his agenda. Coming up and say, because I made this one to be president, I made this person to be a governor, and now it's my turn. Come on. I think he should publicly come out to the Nigerian people, go on national television and apologize to the people. That's what I want to contribute, because it's an insult. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And we are going to go to Joe, but Joe, before you speak, let me play a little bit video of something that came out of Tinubu's outburst in Abeokuta.
Oh God, who was like this?
So, right there, that's how you go into.
You can't beat creativities of Nigeria. No. Nigeria is creative.
Nigeria is very good. He's historic. He's now part of the historical individuals. Joe, welcome to the show. Tell us where you're joining us from. Joe, can you hear me? Oh, I know, not Joseph Onyocha. This is Joe. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah.
I can hear you, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay, go ahead. What's your take on what's going on?
Oh, sounds good. Yeah. My take. Sorry.
No, I think you're hearing yourself. Maybe you have two.
I think he's watching this from TV at the same time.
Yeah, you are doing two things at the same time. So
my take on this is on Tinubu basically. I don't know if you can hear me, if I can continue talking.
Go ahead.
You see, to me, I think Tinubu is a little disrespectful. For Tinubu to want to rule Nigeria with all the able and healthy people in that country, I want to believe he's a little disrespectful. He should support people like Osibanjo, or some other people who are healthy. That guy who, to me, in my opinion, who has given granted order to go and kill people in Lekki Toll Gate, that was saying the people who are there, they have questions to answer. That was saying, I'm still Jagaban. Proudly, I'm still the Jagaban. The same youths he needs their vote now. I think Tinubu is very disrespectful to want to be the president of Nigeria. He's disrespectful.
All right.
To all of us, to everybody.
Thank you so much. Let me go to Bennett. Bennett, I think you've been a long time you spoke.
I don't know if you can hear me good.
Yeah, we had you, Joe. Bennett, it's been a long time you spoke. Let me get you a view. Now, one of the options. Can you mute yourself if you're not speaking?
When I look like white label. White label.
Yeah. Okay. Bennett, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is what I want you to address. Okay, one of the options for Buhari tomorrow is to pick Lawan. And the thinking is that APC is desperate to win. They want to make sure that they find somebody from the north that will be able to counter Atiku at the other end, PDP. So should that happen, what do you think will be the reaction across the country if you have two major parties putting up candidates from the north?
Sorry, before I talk about that, I think us spending several hours, talking about these two political parties, we are still trying to enable the establishment. The problem we have in Nigeria, we are still enabling it. Why is nobody talking about P2B? Why are we not talking about credible candidates? Can people not rally around, donate money? When we talk about structure is people. People are the grassroots. And right now, P2B has a lot of support across the country. People are volunteering, bringing their money, supporting this guy. Why are we not talking about P2B? Why are we talking about some old people? The same people destabilizing the entire country, stealing money across, and because the consequences of what we are doing right now, and this is what happens across radio stations and the big television stations in Nigeria. The consequences of this thing is what you feed the media drives conversations, and what people hear is what they start rationalizing. And when we start talking about, is it Atiku, is it going to be Tinubu, in the brain of people, this is just basic human behavior. People start juggling these two candidates, and then when you start telling things like people telling them like he cannot win because he doesn't have structure, they start to unconsciously agree with that. I don't want to waste my vote. Let us start talking about people who are the correct alternatives. But about the question you asked, of course, I have to address the question. Nothing will happen if they go north. If AP goes north, it's the same system. It's the same people. People will just realign. Remember, politicians don't care about making the country better. All they are scrambling after is to protect their interest. If APC chooses Lawan, the only thing that will happen is politicians trying to realign. They will start making calculations. Who do they think will win? And then they will just go in and support. These people have no shame. There's no ideology behind anything. It's just who is going to win. And then
Bennett, let me just stop you. I know you said we should, people have this opinion that we should just every day start talking about P2B or talk about Shore. We do that, but it's not something that we can suspend everything because we want P2B or Shore to be part of the conversation. There's something important that it will happen in the next 48 hours. We can't ignore it. The media works based on what is going. The media is not going to do anything different. They are not going to abandon where the news is coming from to go and talk about where the news is not coming from. So, go ahead.
Again, you made mention of structure. Why criticizing the fact that we only talk about these two parties? That is the structure. Ability, what is the resource? We are talking about these people because they have the talent, they have the ability, they have the resources to make sure we keep talking about them. We are human beings, that's all we do. So at this point, ability for you to rally the media will set you apart. And that's what Tinubu is doing. We might criticize him that the way he put it across. No, but he get people talking about it. That is what the structure is all about. Do you have what it takes for somebody in the nooks and crannies of Maiduguri, Onitsha, anywhere to talk about you? You got to pull out some stunts. Or Hollywood-wise. However you want to do it, we have to do something to make sure you can't just because you are contesting for president, we should be talking about you. No, you have to do something for us to talk about you. And again, I noticed that just from our little discussion here, we only analyze what happened to Tinubu from one angle, from our own southern view and experience.
I'm trying to get someone from the north to join us, but
we should be paying attention to the northern space, the Arewa Twitter, as they call it. What is their response to what Tinubu says? There is a man, and again, the northern elite, they don't just go about ranting like that. They put out communication via some individuals. They have reason why they do that. Who did they send to respond to Tinubu regarding this comment? They sent a man called Babacheri Lawal. If you recall, Babacheri Lawal was the former secretary to the federation. While Buhari was away and Osinbajo was in charge, they used the cabal used Tinubu to fire him. Why? Babachir Lawan is the highest ranking officer as a Christian from the north in this administration, and is very close to Buhari. And rumor has it that that is the potential vice president to Tinubu.
I think you're talking about Boss Mustafa, not Babachir Lawal.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm talking about Babachir Lawan. Maybe I mistaken.
Well, Boss Mustafa is the highest ranked Christian northern in the government.
Oh, Boss Mustafa. Okay, then followed by Babachir Lawan. So rumor has it that
Babacha was the highest. Now it's Boss Mustafa.
Yeah. I think Ovia, where you were right about the person, but the person that fired the person was Kirajo. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
So they sent him to put out a statement. What was the statement? If you go ahead and read it, as I said, he wants to be the potential vice president to Tinubu should they give him the ticket. Very much involved. They pushed him to put out that statement. He felt embarrassed. They felt that if it didn't just the statement didn't just narrow to Tinubu alone, but the entire South, the entire Yoruba nation. That was the statement. I mean, if you guys will give me, I will read it. I don't have it up, but I'll read it out.
Okay, find it. We will come back to you. Okay. Okay. Find it.
So, may I pay attention to all in one space and hear their response.
May I, Rudolph, respond to Bennett? Actually, may I very short?
Okay. Onyacha, go ahead.
Yeah, Bennett, I like your passion about Peter. I was with Peter until he put away from PDP. You may dismiss structure as a very important tool for winning election anywhere, in particular in Nigeria. Peter Obi is not going to win anything. The sensation is online. Many of us who are online can vote, and he's not going to win anything. I am with him. He has good ideas, but he doesn't have the structure to win the election. Come hell, come water. Who is going to be the next president is going to come from these two major parties. As rotten as they are, as bad as they are, that's where the next president is going to come from. So Peter Obi we all can be very emotional about Peter Obi and Bennett. I saw your emotions. It screams through my TV screen that you are very emotional about him. As Ovi said, nobody's going to talk about him unless he has a structure, unless he has a way. Peter Obi is not a saint, by the way, right? People make him to be a saint in Nigerian politics. He is not a saint. All of them are rotten. That is my opinion. I may be wrong, but I'm never wrong in the things that I say. I hope you smile on that. That is a joke, by the way, right?
I hope so. because I have this tape and keep it until next week. We'll play it again. All right. Thank you so much. Let me get other people involved. The Priest of Peace, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I greet everybody. It's me again. You see, what surprises me about Nigeria is what does surprise them. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You ask a question, what surprises you? Nothing surprises me in Nigeria, about Nigeria, other than what does not surprise them.
Wait, let me tell Sasha. Wait. Wait, let me tell Sasha to tweet that out. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So now, you see, I said earlier, P2B is the best thing that can happen to a good Nigeria that is on a pedestal to work. But is Nigeria going to work?
Tell us your reasons.
You know my reasons? Because the system, we haven't talked about the system, Nigeria. That structure, Nigeria, is the problem you and I have. If somebody calls you, you are abroad. If somebody calls you, anytime somebody calls me from Nigeria, I'm afraid because it's money, it's problem. Now, this is what I want to say again. Tinubu has been demystified, period. You know, when they take out Oshomole, that was when his destruction started. So how can Nigerians, intellectuals, brilliant people allow another Buhari to come in? He's not healthy. he's old. We have passed this stage. What we should be talking about, you see, there is power in the diaspora, my people. What we should be talking about, Dr. Damages, what we should be talking about is suspend this election, bring everybody at the table of brotherhood. Let's discuss Nigeria. We have to talk about it. If we do not talk about it, Peter Obi should come. Let God make him an angel. Angel Gabriel, he will fail in Nigeria. With that structure we have, nothing is going to work. Because number one, if I ask you, where are you from? One way or the other, you will tell me your tribe. Because that is one thing I want to know. You are a tribalist Nigeria, number one, before anything. Meanwhile, they are telling you one Nigeria, which is a false narrative. It's not going to work. The only thing that will work in Nigeria is suspending this election, and we put pressure to suspend it. When we put pressure to suspend it, then we say, let every ethnic nationality come at the table of brotherhood and say, we want to be Nigerians. Then when we come out, if you are in America, you'll be proud to be a Nigerian. I am not proud to call myself a Nigerian. I am not proud. If you ask me, I say I'm an Igbo man. Because Nigeria has never helped me. Let me tell you a story. I wanted to join the military back in Nigeria. Do you know what they asked me? The Navy. I love the Navy. Do you know what they asked me? Who do you know? I'm like, I don't know anybody. Okay, go and get a senator. Where will I get the senator to be able to serve Nigeria before I move abroad? How? In God's name. But here, if you are qualified, you are qualified. So the system is the problem. If we do not get rid of this system, and listen, I said it, we only have another chance during the NSAS. I said, if we lose it at the NSAS, we are going to have one more chance. If we lose it now, forget it. It is going to be tears, more tears, and blood.
So hold on. Face of peace. Are you saying, and this is what I always ask people who say that the structure and all these things, are we going to stop what's going on now and call you guys to come and give us a pathway to the next thing to do? Are we going to say the election is not going to happen?
6 months is a whole lot of time to change anything. If you have the willpower, if they can tell us the truth, if they really want Nigeria to work, 6 months is too much. Listen, 3 months is even more than enough to call these things together.
Okay, all right, thank you. Stand by. Let me invite Black Link.
Let me address one thing. I wasn't wrong about Babachir Lawal. It was the former Secretary to the Federation between 2015 and 2007. And to my former political teacher, Black League, it was my former political teacher. So I was
No, I don't think that was the wrong thing. The wrong thing was that you said that he was hired by Tinubu instead of Oshibajo.
He was fired by Oshibajo. Oh, okay, yes.
That was the one I know you misspoke. Okay.
And you also said he is the highest ranking Christian Northerner in government. Yeah, as at that time he was.
Yes, at that time he was.
Okay.
All right. Black was my former political teacher, by the way.
Okay. All right. Black
I'm proud of you.
He's doing well. Black League, hold on. Okay, let me hear. Ijoma wants to say something, then I'll come to you. Ijoma, go ahead.
Okay. I just want to answer Miss Forefathers. Forefathers made a very
No, Forefathers is not here today.
Who is the guy who spoke just after?
I think Black League.
A black priest. I'm sorry, a black priest. Okay, I just want to contribute what he said. Absolutely very good. He mentioned a lot about the structure and those living in the diaspora, which I've been saying quite a long time. There's a lot of expertise. I don't know how. As I said in the first time I came on the show, I've been very, very long time. I'm out of all this system, but what he said is very good. When the ones coming from the diasporas. Even this election going on in Nigeria, I don't know how far Mr. Concord, who from the diaspora was part of it, or in the campaign project of it. Or now they're talking about Peter Obi. Mr. Onyocho said Mr. Obi cannot win, and other people are saying because of structure or whatever it is. But people in the diaspora, what I'm seeing online, there's a lot about Peter Obi on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. If people in the diaspora will mobilize, because there's a lot of experiences and there's a lot of expertise. When I listen to all the gentlemen here, it's quite unfortunate when it comes to political issues in Nigeria, you don't see the women. I don't know why, but if it's going to cause trouble and who is causing trouble, all the women are coming up, So, I mean, a lot, and I'm ready to join this project, I don't know much, but there's a lot of us can contribute. That was what I said the first time I came here, said every one of us has a role to play. If all of you forget about the sentimental part of it, I'm Igbo, I'm Hausa, I'm Yoruba, I am not anything, but I'm safe where I am. But what about the folks down home? These are the people we are all fighting for. As I said, I'm safe, but when I think, I would love to go to Nigeria. I've been saying it's a beautiful place, beautiful country with lovely guys like you guys. But we have to do something. What are you doing? What are you going to do about this? Everyone should come up. So I can bring my own ideas because I know what I'm doing over here. And all of you knows what you're doing. Probably people like Obi, people like those ones you said they need structure. What can we do to support? Thank you.
Ijoma, thank you so much. Onyocha, later on, I'll bring you to tell Ijoma what you've tried to do in the past and where you ended up with that. But let me invite Black League to give us his view on what's going on. I can see Okijan Okija joined us and Wayne Bassi joined us, so we'll get to them. So Black League, start.
Yeah, I actually came on because I heard what the priest of peace, I believe, was saying about Peter Obi. I think Peter Obi is highly overrated. And I see my uncle Joseph was saying the same thing, and I agree with Joseph. Simply because I have followed his political trajectory right before he became governor of Anambra State. And I know how he got that ticket on a platter of gold. General Odumegu Ojukwu was alive at that time. And I've said this repeatedly. Peter Obi said this to his face: I will never betray Abga. I will never betray the mandate given to me. He didn't deserve that ticket, but it was given to him. Why? Because I think Ojukwu had a level of trust in him to consolidate the achievements he had personally. Peter Obi to continue with in a state such as Anambra. Anambra being the political soul of the Southeast. Peter Obi didn't do a good job, in my opinion, because soon after Ojukwu's demise, he abandoned the Abga mandate and just joined the PDP. That was surprising for me, being that I had watched it live when this man was telling Ojukwu and the rest of the Abga leaders that he will not betray their mandate. He's so grateful for that opportunity he was given, this, that, and the other, because I know what Ojukwu and the likes were trying to do with Abga. The Southeast was disenfranchised in that they have 5 states, they have the least number of senators, least number of delegates in all the parties. So they needed a party to make a statement at the national theater that yes, we are from the Southeast and we will not be disenfranchised. Peter Obi abandoned that mandate and joined the PDP soon after. I see him as a very desperate politician. Now, there are several politicians who have crisscrossed, they call it cross-carpeting. But for Peter Obi, it's a unique case. Again, because of the mandate he was given. He wasn't the most qualified candidate to be governor of a state of high standing like Anambra State. But he was given that, and he wasn't even able to maintain that. After him, Obiano came in, they had disagreements. He tried to bring, I think his name is Oseloka or Bazia or something.
Yeah.
He just kept failing over and over and over again, but he left the party, which he should have stood for, the same way Tinubu went against national politics and had a stronghold in the Southwest. And now he can use that to bargain. Now, he's doing it for selfish reasons. I understand that. But they know that is a force to be reckoned with. Whatever discourse you have to have nationally, you have to meet him. Peter Obi could have been that man in the Southeast. And if he maintained that trajectory, there should have been more states right now in the Southeast. And this clamor for secession, I don't think it would be as heightened as we have it now. So I see Peter Obi as a complete failure.
All right, thank you so much.
And my last comment on him is your relevance in politics. Politics is local. We all hear that is a cliche. Politics is local. Your relevance in politics is what you can bring to your people. That's it. There's nothing more to politics. And that being said, Peter Obi hasn't done much.
All right, thank you so much. I think down the road we're going to talk about Peter Obi, whether he's overrated or not. But let's
can I respond to him about Peter Obi?
No. I know your position. No, I don't want that. We're not turning this into Peter Obi issue. I want us to talk about what's happening for the 8 hours, and it's very important to the country. More than Peter. Wait. I have somebody I really want to hear from. Somebody from the north, because all of you are abroad. All of you are from the south. I don't know what you're talking about. Sadiq,
I am from the north. Black
people are from the north.
I am as northern gets.
What part of the north are you from?
The north is the north, right?
All right, thank you. Let's hear from
if I must be specific, I'm from the northwest.
Okay, good. I just know that he's been trying to join us, and I see his comments on the message, but I made room for him to join us.
Somebody from the northeast here.
Yeah, not Calabar. Okay, Sadiq, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, what are we missing? I mean, you've listened to us and you see what people are talking about. What are people missing here?
Yes, actually, I came in when you started, but I listen to you guys a lot. I see this demonization of the North generally from people. But come on, this is politics. Politics is a game, and it's a game of numbers. Hello, am I?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Politics is a game.
Yeah.
Look at what happened in the PDP, for example. The South had their chance. They were Wike was able to reach out to some people in the North, sure. But he was not able to, reach out to the people that matter. There was nothing wrong in bringing himself down. Go and meet the Tambuwal that he calls his friend. Reach out to other people. Wike came out in a station and said he did not go to some states. That is because he knew he was not going to win. That's not politics. You don't play politics like that. And this guy in Ovation, what was his name? He made some remarks recently about how Tinubu how Wike went about his whole campaign and everything. Okay, look at the Southeast. Everybody thought the Southeast should be giving this presidency. But eventually, look at the votes they even gave themselves. I think around 15 votes went to the Southeast candidates. So there is not even this unity of purpose in the South in the first place. Okay, we are talking about the presidency should go back to the South. We have a situation where if we are talking of justice, equity, and fairness, like everybody have been shouting, why are the Southwest and the South in this race in the first place? If we really want to be sincere with ourselves, and I tell you sincerely, if the South has come out as one and said this presidency is Southeast and presented only Southeast candidates, there is the North, their hands would have been tied. There's no two ways about it.
Okay.
Because it should be so clear and so glaring that the Southeast and the South are united. But we have a situation, okay, of late, look at what's happening in TVC. I usually watch all their programs, but if you watch TVC, it's like everything is about Tinubu now. The whole campaign, they do everything, even though they don't come out directly. All the talk is about Southwest. So this whole thing, there's no sincerity first from the southern part of the people.
Okay,
so the North, yes, politically the North are very. I can hear you.
Okay, Sadiq, I want you to stand by. I want people who might have questions to ask you, and I have one myself. When I hear people say that the South is not unified, we know that in PDP, Saraki still ran against Tinubu. Against Atiku. and he's from the north, and so it's not as if that is a requirement to show unity. That is that a region will have only one candidate. It doesn't mean that tomorrow you're not going to see that the Southwest, they might all step down for one candidate. That could happen. So I don't think that's a proof, and that should not happen before we say, is this fair? But forget about my questions. I want other people to have an opportunity to interact with you, because it's not every day that we get this. So anybody who has any question for Sadiq, you can ask him, and then we'll go.
Well, I don't really have a question to ask him, but I think I want to give a response. To Sadiq, I want to say, they really don't have that number. We talk about the numbers. Politics is yeah, of course it is. Numbers play a lot in politics, but I don't think the North has that. But what the North has is the ability to maneuver every other person. They have been in this game, they learn it very well, and they know how to play it. They don't have the numbers, but what they have is that support, that one block support. Now, when you come to the East, there is the South generally, there is always willing tools to be used by the center to scuttle the ambitions of the rest of the South. And what am I saying here? When we begin to say the North and the Southwest, it means Nigeria is not unified. Nigeria is not one. From your statement, it shows that we are not one. And from my statement, it shows that Nigeria is not one. Until we are able to cement that oneness and take away those things that will divide us. Most times we give reference to America. For crying out loud, why must we give reference every time for America? America has been here for 200 and something years. But one good legacy that the founding fathers left for America is this, well, which I love, and I've come to love this country, whether you like it or not, is the Constitution. And that Constitution is being attacked right now in here in America. Dr. Images, you know what I'm talking about. When they talk about gun laws and all that. But the Constitution gives you the right to bear arms. In Nigeria, the Constitution gives you that a little right to buy arms. But now the government has taken that away 7 years ago. Now you cannot defend yourself against marauders who are from the Sahel.
Okay. Chris, let's I have people.
Let me round up because I want to go to the church now.
Okay.
Now, what am I saying? The North doesn't have that number. The South have the numbers, but they were always, and they will be always going to be divided by the center because of their selfish interest.
It's not the fault of the center. It's not the fault of the center if they can divide you. Okay. All right. Let me. No, Sadiq. One more comment, then you can respond. Wayne, go ahead.
Yes. Hi, Sadiq. Nice to have you. Mr. Sadiq, I want to know if the average Northerner is very satisfied and proud of Buhari's administration.
Thank you.
And if they are, or if they are not, why would they want APC to continue to govern Nigeria?
All right, that's a good question. Wayne, thank you. Bolaji, do you have any?
Thank you very much. Can I respond to this?
Okay, respond. Sadiq, go ahead.
Yes, I can tell you that the average Northerner sees Buhari as a disappointment. Buhari has failed. Buhari disappointed a lot of people. We actually expected a lot from him. And if I tell you that Buhari was genuinely voted because we thought he stood for the average common man. But the truth is, the statistics, everything that's happening is otherwise. This wasn't what was expected. And I can categorically tell you that Buhari has failed, and he failed woefully, and a lot of the average Northerners sees him as a failure. Because everybody goes to the same market, we go to markets, everybody sees what's happening, the killings is affecting everybody. They can't even go to farms. So this is the truth. And I can tell you that the average northerner now, the middle class of the north, are already looking up to Obi. But unfortunately, from what I'm even hearing and seeing from even people that I thought that I would think should be the people in the forefront to support Peter Obi, look at what some of people are saying here. And I'm telling you, Peter Obi is having, the average northerner is having this affinity towards Peter Obi. Because of late, a lot of people have come to listen to him. When I say the average, like those are actually, the middle class, those working, those in school. I'm not talking of the typical uneducated person down there. It will still take a lot, but it's still the middle class in the north that will be able to reach out to them.
All right.
A Peter Obi presidency, I can tell you, if
Can
it's
I
well packaged
add to what Sadiq
and
is
it's
saying?
done well, Peter Obi, he might not win it. I might not say it, but I'm telling you, he might. If he's well packaged, he will cause an upset. This is what everybody wants. Nobody does not want good governance, wherever it comes from. That's just the truth about it.
Okay, Black League. Let me.
Peter Obi.
Yeah.
Okay, Sadiq, hold on. Okay. Black League. What do you want to add?
Yeah, because I'm from the north too. So
yeah, that's why I'm.
Yeah. So yes, Wayne Bassey's question about whether an average northerner is satisfied with Buhari's performance. Absolutely not. The majority of the north is extremely disappointed with Buhari. They actually thought, being a former general, the problem of insecurity, which was predominantly in the north, would be a thing of the past. But we're seeing a different reality. Northerners are being attacked. The Fulanis themselves, Buhari is a Fulani man. The Fulanis have never been under so much attack since 1999, as this new democracy started. So yes, the average northerner is disappointed with Buhari's performance. And I think it was Prince of Peace who asked, or who said, that the North does not have the numbers. I think that's false, and that's a misreading of politics. And politics is all about numbers. So when you get the numbers wrong, you really don't know what you're talking about, or you don't know what you're in for. Anywhere south of Abuja should be the south, right? Anywhere north of Abuja should be the north. But you see states that are south of Abuja, I'm talking physical geography, are part of the north. So with the current configuration, Nasarawa, Benue, Taraba, Kogi, states like that should all be southern states, but they are northern states today. So I'm going with the current reality. The north has 19 states. In the Constitution, besides plurality of votes, what gets you to win election is to win 25% of total votes cast in 24 states. The North has 19. They only need 5 southern states, not to win, to only get 25%. And INEC declares the candidate a winner. That's really what we should pay attention to. 25% of the total votes cast in 24 states. The South has 17 states. They need 7 more, while the North only need 5. Just 25%. They hardly use plurality of votes. So that's exactly what's in the Constitution. And that's why the North seems to have a full grasp of Nigerian politics. Now, the North is way more diverse than the South. People also don't know that. The North is at least 3 times more diverse than the South. 70% of the diversity in Nigeria is in the North. The South is nowhere close to being as diverse. But some way, somehow, with political alignments and with numbers and with misreading of some Southern politicians, because they tend to see the North as one monolithic group and approaches the North as one monolithic group. So with that, it's hard to win elections. But when you like Wike almost won this elections, he almost uprooted Atiku's strength in this elections. If he had gotten his votes from the South, if his Southern brothers would have supported him, Wike would have cruised to victory easily. Why? Wike made successful political incursions into the North. He gained the support of people from the likes of Bauchi State, just the diversity I'm speaking of. He understands the North is beyond Fulani, Hausa, and Kanuri. Wike went at it. And I dare say Wike is the only politician, as we have it today, who is capable of protecting the interests of the South. He's capable of standing to whoever is at the center to protect the interests of his people. I don't currently see any politician in the South with that type of capacity.
Okay, Blackleg, thank you so much. I gave hold on, everybody, hold on first. I gave you and Sadiq two opportunity to clear some things because I know that we've not had the voices from the North. But let's go back to people who have not been contributing. I mean, like Okija just joined us and he hasn't said anything. So let's hear from them and then we'll come back. We'll come back to you, Wayne and Onyocha. I know you all want to speak. But let me come to you. Okija, welcome to the show. You have to unmute yourself, please. Oh, I did.
Yeah, well.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say, Oga Joseph, Joe, Prof. You mentioned something about structures, and the people keep saying things about structures. I don't know. Yeah, structures they win election, but things have changed. Nigeria is no longer Nigeria of 1999. I have seen some videos. I saw some videos online about how one Hausa guy, he went to a fast food restaurant to buy food, and I don't know what started it, but it got videoed. He was talking to an Igbo guy. He was asking him who he was going to vote. He said Peter Obi. He was asking him, why did you Peter Obi? He said he said his uncle, who's a lecturer in Sokoto, actually told him that Peter Obi is the one they will vote for. So these things like this are going on. Prof is saying that structure. You don't know what is happening right now. You don't know how many people are registering. Go to groups and find like people. If you know people in your area, people who are interested in politics. In every state, there are connections right now. People are voting. People are going out, to register to vote. So nobody knows what is going to happen. But don't discount Peter Obi. We will stay here and talk about Atiku and whatever what's the name of the man in Lagos, Tinubu, and the things are going on. I think one of the things I would like this APC to do to field a northern candidate. When they field a northern candidate, they will see the southern anger. If you rule for 8 years, you want to present us with all the nepotism and ineptitude you have produced over the years. I want them to produce that. I want them to just feel a northern candidate. Let them see the anger that Nigeria. Yeah, people say things. Nothing will happen. Yeah, something will happen. Nigerians. They are struggling now. Nigerians are suffering. Things are no longer the same. Things are no longer the same. Things will change. So for the guy who was talking about Peter Obi, that he was he failed. He left Abga. Yeah, even if you're married to someone, if it's not working out, you leave. But she's saying something. You don't even know the beginning of Peter Obi. Do you know who brought Peter Obi in Anambra State? Peter Obi was recruited by Professor ABC Nwosu. Peter Obi was never interested in politics. Okay, he was brought by that man. He was the man ABC Nwosu was asked to get 3 people who could be governor of Anambra State. So he, started the interview. He called Peter Obi. Peter Obi came as a banker, and they talked. And he concluded his search. When those people came back, he told them Peter Obi. So Peter Obi won. Yeah, I understand that in his first election, he won, on the strength of Ojukwu. But then this his second election. I was there. Peter Obi had a grassroots. So Peter Obi never, people never gave anybody money. I was involved, there was some days we were talking about church here, and I mentioned that I slept in parishes in Anambra State, parishes, and it was a surprise to me. I saw Anglican priests and the Roman Catholic priests, coming together, having meetings, talking. Becoming friends. It amazed me. I was like, what was happening? It was because of Peter Obi. They liked Peter Obi so much that they had to organize themselves, and they're speaking in their parishes, in their churches, that this is the candidate they will support. No money given to them. So something like this is happening in Nigeria right now, all over the place, because people are tired. So, what people would do, if you're interested in good government, if you're interested in Nigeria, you have to join, find out what you can do. Because, if we go back to APC and PDP, look at what this guy talked about the other day. He's turned to do what? To, give us more corruption, give us more, lack of power, give us more insecurity. And then we are here, some of, all of us here, we're people who are learned and who are supposed to contribute to make changes. What are we going to do? We can talk and do analysis and do whatever. In a lot of countries, it has happened. In France, a third force won election, and he's still the president now. In Malawi, in places it has happened. In Kenya, it has happened. It hasn't in a lot of places. So people are, you can stay here, continue talking about hope, maybe, like trying to deceive people or trying to, knock some people down. But this will happen. Nigerians are angry. Go to the man on the street and ask him what's going on, what is about your life. They are the ones who are going to vote, not you. Come
can I ask a quick question to Okita?
Okay, the North is saying that they have the vote. You have the vote where? Do you know how in every community in Nigeria, the people with the largest population, apart from the indigenous, they are Igbos. The Igbos consider about 40% of elections. I'm not saying that Igbos will win election, but what I'm saying that North should keep, counting all these, we have the vote. You have that vote because there are other people who are there as well. So when those people vote another way, you don't have the strength. No one, North alone cannot produce the president. South alone cannot produce the president. The people who can produce the president, when these two people who are aggrieved in the North and the South, they join together, they produce the president. So that's my contribution.
Doctor, can I ask my own question now?
I asked the yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello. I think there's something wrong with the audio.
I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I think it's Mr. Rudolph's audio that's out.
Mr. Rudolph, your audio is not good.
Rudolph gave me like he want me to ask the question, ask a Sadiq question before. My question to you, Sadiq, is this: if by looking at the APC right now, let's just like scope it there with the performance of the APC of Buhari right now, do you think there is any Southern candidate that can make not vote for APC in the next election?
Sorry, please come again. Sorry, I didn't get the last part.
Can I hold on?
My question is, do you think there's any Southern candidate that can make APC wins national election that will be able to defeat Atiku?
Okay. Yeah, there is. Though it might be difficult, but there is.
Which one of them will you pick?
So
Are you going to pick
Southern
Tinubu or
candidate?
Shibajo, or
We have
which
to
one?
talk of actually the Southern candidate that will defeat an Atiku in APC. To be fair and to be frank, it's only a Tinubu as a Southern candidate that will defeat Atiku. Why? Politics is a game of numbers, like my brother Blackleaf said earlier. Tinubu already have the Southwest. Whether we like it or not, the Southwest, PDP, APC, they are going to go for Tinubu. This is just the truth about it. So with a Tinubu who is, the Muslim factor will come in. That's just the truth about it. So now, those who still see APC, who still likes APC, will still see a Tinubu that, okay, he's a Muslim. No, these are things we cannot dismiss in politics. They are there. And if you really take a lot before we can dismiss such things, say, okay, maybe religion or ethnicity and the rest will not play part. But if we are talking of an APC candidate from the south that can defeat Tinubu, that can defeat Atiku, it's only a Tinubu, to be frank. Because I don't see any other person and how you can convince the average, person on the street in the north that someone who is not a Muslim, one, and a southerner will be better than an Atiku. That's just the truth. But I'm telling you that the middle class now in the north, if because people are tired of this whole APC, PDP thing. You know, you ask specifically for APC now. But I'm telling you, in the generality of things, people are tired of this APC, PDP. If we have a good third force,
can you
there might be opportunity. People who might be inclined to vote for it. Yes, it might not be outright like everybody, but if the South can, deliver Peter Obi and with the little he will get here and there,
I can see you. I can see you. Okay, yeah. Everybody. I want Bola.
I think Rudolph is still having an audio problem. So my take, if I can respond to, thank you, Sadiq, for the answer. If I can comment to what Okija said, it's true that every community that you go, like there's one adage, I think they normally say it everywhere in Yoruba also, that any village you go to and you don't see an Igbo man, please run away. So that means there's a problem in that village. However, as that is true, Igbo people, the Southerners don't vote, or they are not that committed to electional process as the Northerners are committed. I'll give you an example. Even if you go to Anambra, what's the total vote that actually made Soludo to win Anambra state election? Go to most other northern states, see the votes, see the number of votes that are making people to become senator, that are making people to become the governors. And you see the way people will troop out to go and collect PVC. Like me and you would rather be on the tweeting or being on the social media. So, but regardless of all of that, I'll totally support that if people can actually pull this thing into a serious action, mobilize people, somebody like Obi, they have a very good chance of winning election. It's all about sitting back, analyze the situation, and see the best way people can actually synergize, work together, and mobilize people to win the election.
Ladies and gentlemen, apology, please. Let me make a comment because I have to run. Black League are really doing very good until you mentioned Wike's name, and every number, every analysis that you threw out just completely collapsed. Let me throw some sand into everybody's gallery, including Okija and Okija person. And I'm sure these things are at the back of your mind, but it probably has not surfaced today. Everybody has forgotten the tool of rigging in Nigerian elections. And I will leave it like that. That you can have the best candidate. It will be that Okija, described very eloquently. I like him, but he doesn't have the structure to win, period. So there is this phenomenon called rigging. You are not going to remove it from Nigerian politics. It is going to be there forever. You have forgotten the tool of money. Somebody mentioned that this is done because our people are poor. Our people are poor. They want money. They are suffering. They want money. The only industry that works in Nigeria now is this political industry, where money is coming from. The Naira has fallen now because these politicians have usurped the dollar. And I hope I'm not wrong to say that is selling at, what is it, 600 Naira to $1 now, possibly has gone up. Not because of any economic activity, not because, of course, politics and giving money, these are economic activities, but it's because these politicians have withdrawn their dollars from there. Our people need money. I've said it before in jest, but it is true. We can analyze, and we are doing that, analyze from now until eternity about what is going to happen. The two political parties are going to produce the election. I don't like it. My feeling is this, and I don't belong to any political party, but anybody that can knock off APC from the pedestal that they are right now, I am all for it. And that's where I'm leaning towards Atiku more than any other person. Peter, my brother, I like him so much. But Peter is not going anywhere. So I'll leave it like that, and you guys can jump on my throat while you are doing that. While you are doing that, I may be gone from here.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Joseph, I would like to respond to you.
Okay, hold on. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
yes.
you are back. Rudolph,
Okay.
welcome back.
Okay, I was worried. So Ade has not said anything. Wayne Bassi, please.
I asked a question.
Okay,
I did not make a comment.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, guys. Tinubu, very shortly, the arrogance was there, I think, since last year. There was a video of people addressing him as Mr. President in London. That video made rounds in social media. I don't know why we were not gung-ho about Nigeria having two presidents at that time. What he said in Abeokuta was political talk. Same things that Wike said. One thing we are doing here is that we are disparaging the nature of the South. And I want us to go back to history. It's that very nature that won Nigeria independence, because if we were as homogeneous as the North, Nigeria would have been another South Africa. We would have gotten our independence somewhere in the 80s or 90s. But it is our infighting as people, our egalitarian nature that frustrated the British and got us independence. So there's a good thing out of it. We must not always agree. It means that we have ideas. It means that we talk. It means like we don't have a controlling elite in the South, especially the Southeast. So it's something we have to celebrate. I registered to vote in Nigeria in April, and I'm going to go and vote. It's going to be my first vote since June 12th. Mr. Joseph, when I was there, something was done online and something goes to Abuja and verified my identity, and then I was registered. And I've learned, I hope I'm right, that every vote cast will be registered at a central command station. I don't know. If that is the truth, then there is chance that we may actually have a true democracy. And lastly, so I got into this discussion before the trajectory of this discussion went the way it went. There is a country, I think in Southeast Asia, that started, this gentleman started a political party that was like nobody, paid attention to him. The first election, he got 2 seats in a parliament of about 300 people. 12 years after, he becomes the ruling party, becomes the prime minister of the country. It happened this year. I listened to it on my way back from work on National Public Radio. Obi may not win this election, but he has started a movement. He may not win, but if he continues to have his message and not, wind down when this process is over, then we are going to have a movement. Maybe it will pay off in 12 years, maybe it will pay off in 8 years, but it will be a welcome idea. I'll leave it at that.
All right, thank you, Wayne. Thank you so much. All right, so let me see if I can still remember who said. Ade, thank you so much for staying with us. I'm so sorry that you've not been able to speak. Go ahead, Ade.
Yeah, good day to you guys. Most of the time, we Southerners, I'm a Yoruba, but most of the time, Southerners, we are too arrogant. And we always think that we are the brightest, we are the smartest, and we are the most intelligent people in Nigeria. And that is one of our problems. An average Hausa Fulani person who is not even educated, they have this transistor radio. They are politically engaged. And their leaders, they know how to get them. They are smarter than an average graduate in the South, even those ones who have not passed through primary school in the North. And their leaders have done something, especially during the military period. The military installations, the Nigerian army is there in Zaria. The headquarters, the Nigerian police is there in Zaria. The army depot is there in the North. Everything that has to do with strength, might, military is there in the North. And we have also had Southern leaders who have gotten to that position. What have they been able to do with their time there? There is this Northern hegemony. From day one, the North, they know what they want to do at every point in time. They are always ready. Whether they are military leaders or political leaders or democratic leaders, they are always ready. They know what to do. It's just like a footballer on the pitch. If you don't know what to do with the ball, even if you are with empty net, you will lose the ball. So you have to think of what to do with your ball even before the ball gets to you. From day one. But most of the time, the Southern people, even if they get to the seat, they don't know what they want to do. But an average Hausa Fulani person, when they get there, from day one, when 2014, when the coalition or amalgamation of CPC and ACN and other parties formed to form APC, Buhari knew what he wanted to do about sidelining the South, and they planned it. I knew from beginning that he was not going to hand over to another Southerner. Forget that Osinbajo is there and it might likely be, people are thinking that Osinbajo is the anointed of Buhari. He will not hand over to, he doesn't want to hand over to a Southerner. And the South, they have not been able to put their hearts together. The Southeast is fighting the Southwest and the Southeast and the South-South. They have not been able to come up with a formidable candidate. And all the Southern leaders, they don't know how to stay in one place and put up a political structure. Except for Bola Tinubu, that you can say, well, you may not like him, hate him or like him. He has been able to bring his South support together, and he's using it to negotiate something. Ojukwu bequeathed APGA to the Southeast. What have they been able to do with it? It's only one state that APGA is there in Anambra State. What has the Eastern states been able to do with APGA? Have they been able to bring all the states together and say, we have 5 states, we have 6 states, and we want to be able to use it to negotiate? Any party that is able to give us presidency, that is what we want to use our vote to do. But anytime they get, look at Peter Obi, he was in PDP. Look at the time he pulled out of PDP. 2 days or 3 days before their primary, and he went to another party. Is that how somebody can become president? So when somebody was saying that he doesn't have a structure, that is the meaning. It is not that anybody hates him. I like him. I would have loved Peter Obi to become president of Nigeria, but someone who wants to become a president of Nigeria cannot come, cannot be joining a Labour Party at 11 hours. Someone who wants to become a president of Nigeria cannot be sitting down for over 4 years, and when it's election period, that's when we see them.
All right, thank
you.
You
may not like Bola Tinubu, but look at what he has been doing. I'm not saying that he's the most fantastic guy, but look at what he has put into his selfish interest. And if he is not taking himself, and Atiku will have to slug it out.
Ade, thank you so much for your contribution. Let me welcome Chinazo and Basil to the show. Basil, welcome to the show. You have to mute yourself, Basil. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Brother Damages, and thank you for the good work you're doing for all of us.
Oh,
Um, yes, I think a whole lot of information is being thrown around for the benefit of making it look like somebody's at fault and his own feelings has brought bad deeds to him. And some people are throwing um, some information of what others could do and what others didn't do without evaluating that people do things based on the tools available to them. For example, um, what is going on is not by share of anyone's failure. It's as a result of bad foundation and people who have captured it without minding what others would mind have been successful so much that every other person is now looking like a fool just because we did not know that we could send them to market and they decide to buy whatever they like for themselves and leave us who send them to market to our own owers. So that being said, um, let me face some of the realities we are watching. Um, Tinubu is an ethnic Yoruba leader. We know that, we value that. Okay, Buhari is an ethnic Hausa leader. We know that, we value that. If you now look at the possibility of any one of these people getting it right for us, yes, besides their ethnocentric beliefs, they don't even have the capacity, knowledge of knowing positive and negative, right and wrong, goodwill and not goodwill. It's not there with them. That being said, we are now looking at what have we done? What are we expecting our leaders to do? You could say the political reign has always been um, against certain area of the Nigerian regions. What is that helping Nigeria? That's what we will always ask ourselves. Is that helping Nigeria or is that bringing Nigeria down? But they are doing it because they feel that is the only way they can do it. But that has always bring Nigeria in a very bad condition of progress, whether they like it or not. We are blaming now Goodluck Jonathan was there. He did not move Zaria institutions to other parts, especially he couldn't even do Yenegua Road to his hometown.
So sad.
And so we cannot blame our certain leaders because they have always go there believing that they are going there for themselves. And they are going there for themselves. It's not because of their sheer interest. They are going there for themselves because the structure, the foundation Nigeria is being based on cannot let them. Some of this statutory development will require a two-third majority of assets of the Nigerian government to get things of federal institution movement, federal establishment movement done. And you cannot get that done when what happened in the presidential election of Tambuwa and Atiku is always what is happening with our market transaction with the Hausa northern region. They will tell them, okay, it is now. All of them will move like the Malams. They move. And whether it is for their benefit or it is not for their benefit, they will know. So
Okay,
that
but
is what is. Hold on, I have not said anything. You.
oh no, you have to round up. No, no,
Okay,
because there are a lot of
okay,
viewers. Yeah,
just let me round up now because
yeah,
I have to
please,
round up.
please, yeah,
So
please.
we cannot be here throwing blames without us knowing exactly what is against Nigerian government, and there is no way that will help us besides us doing it right. And we don't have anybody who has the capacity of doing it right. That is the ugly development. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a long one. Let me introduce Chinazo. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Dr. Damages. How are you?
Good.
My name is. Sorry, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So my name is Chinazo and I'm coming in from Dublin. I've been following your program for a while also. I started this quite early. I heard when the girl that says she's from Cameroon was like lamenting. It's very touching that somebody not a Nigerian is feeling the pain that Nigerians are going through. And I was just briefly listening to Ade saying Tinubu has done a lot. I lived in Lagos State for roughly 20 years before leaving Nigeria. And I will tell you that when Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State was the worst time in Lagos. He turned Agberos, wearing them uniforms. They got uniform. They became everything and anything they can be. Anyway, I am not a politician and I'm just don't want to campaign or talk about anybody. I was just watching a small video on YouTube this afternoon, and I saw a very well-spoken guy introducing the people that were arrested at the Kaduna Abuja train. He spoke very well, and he said something. He said they want to talk to the Nigerian government if Nigerian government will listen to them. And I see these women and men crying, begging for their life. And to hear that a pastor or a bishop was released with 100 million, if it was his church members, they will pray for them. They won't even contribute any money to bring them out. See, Nigeria is something else. Nobody, even if it is Atiku, Tinubu, whoever, even Peter Obi, that everybody is going to Peter Obi, nothing will happen. It's just a shame. It's just a pity that things are going the other way. And the same people, since I was born, I've been hearing of Atiku, Buhari, Tinubu, Atiku. The same recycling is what is going on. Unfortunately, you see, this program is going about 2 hours, 33 minutes. I know we are just making contributions here, but it will not lead anywhere. It will not help us. It will not save nothing. Everything continues the same way. Tinubu saying it is his turn. Yes, it is his turn because he made Buhari. He made the governor that he said this one, the governor of this of Abeokuta or whatever Ogun State. He is the godfather of all of them. It is his turn, and they, unfortunately, like Joseph said, there is this thing called rigging in Nigeria. He will always win the APC ticket. Maybe also win Atiku, and like he did in Lagos State, he sold Lagos. His wife, his sons, everything in Lagos State became his own personal thing. Maybe this time around, he's going to turn Nigeria to his own into his pocket. So I will just pray and wish that those people that are arrested in the train, watching them this afternoon crying, if there is any way, anyhow, they can just bring these people out. That is all I felt for them, really. That is why I just want to say, if there is anything that can be done, let these people be let go, because it's a shame that the ordinary man is lamenting every day, but the rich, the elite, and those that feel that Nigeria is their own, they don't care. They really don't care.
Okay, thank you so much for the contribution. Like he said, we are running 2 hours 38 minutes since we started this show. So we try to end it at 3, which would be another 20 something minutes. All right, Obina, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know we started with what will happen in 24 hours, the fate of Tinubu and the meeting that they are going to have have with the president about his candidate. So take it from anywhere, any angle. I don't know how when you started listening to us. Go ahead.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Good evening. Good afternoon. I'm from Dallas area. So yes, awesome job, Dr. Damages. So yeah, I've been here listening, and there are some issues that I noted that I wanted to talk about. The first of all was the P2B movement. Um, so P2B, like at this point, yes, I understand there are two major parties who are likely to give us the next president. But what Nigeria needs is a P2B, and I define P2B as, I think there are only three people that meet P2B. P2B, Mogalu, and then maybe Udom Emmanuel, because we need someone who would come in and plug the waste and do what I regard as strategic development. It's not just enough to come in and build, but what are you building for? There has to be a benefit to that, whatever you're building. Now, yes, we've been talking about north, south, and I would say maybe it's unfortunate that that's how it is, because ordinarily we shouldn't be, it shouldn't matter where anybody comes from. So even if Peter B came from the north, as far as he has that capacity to do what Nigeria needs at this point, it doesn't matter if it's a north or not back to back. So, but this is where we are, and then it brings me to the next one of Wike complaining that he was betrayed, by the south or something. Now you harvested votes from the north, and then you don't expect the North to harvest vote from the South. I don't understand. Like, is a political game. You harvested from the North. It means the North betrayed themselves too. So if we're looking at it like that, and again, only the South cannot elect themselves into office. So if you're talking about, then you got the ticket. Are you going to only campaign in the South? Are you not? Won't you need the North to also vote? So that's the problem. Is we need to stop dividing ourselves based on North-South dichotomy. And the fact is that those division doesn't even exist. What the division that actually exists is actually the rich and the poor, because it's easy for them to sit down and share benefits, share offices, share this, share that, irrespective of where they come from. But when it comes to sharing resources, you will see that it is not reaching the poor. Example was just raised, this kidnapping issue. The man that they claimed during the Ramadan that, oh, they released him because of his age. There was a woman that is way older than him. In fact, an old woman, I've forgotten what, well, way older than him. They didn't release her. It was because he released money to them. So it's only the rich people that are able to rescue themselves. So why can't we, or even those people, or even the government or something, put money together and get these people out of there? But when
Thank
it
you.
comes to getting the money to buy form, it will be available. But this money, if since you cannot protect and stop people from getting hold of people, then you have to take away resources. Even these countries will say, oh, we don't want to compare America. America will say, yes, we don't negotiate with terrorists, but they go behind and do things and release their people. They would even exchange, there's what they do, like they'll release the people that they've arrested to get their own person back.
All
They
right.
do that.
Thank
So
you,
yes,
Obinna.
yeah, sorry, just one more point I wanted to raise. I think it was okay, that had to do with developmental issues. Just 1 minute, okay. So what I find is, like you said, when people get into office, maybe the northerner, you said, oh, they develop their own area. But when the South, what I've noticed though is that the Southerners have a nationalistic approach to development. So when they get in, you see that they're not focusing on their own area. They're focusing on trying to bring the other areas that are not in parity with the South to the level. So we now start blaming, oh, Jonathan did not do this, but they are making that blame Jonathan for not, did he do anything too? You see that his own development is still focused in the North. So the thing is, it should be Nigeria. All of us should think Nigeria. If it's a national office, when we get in there, let us think Nigeria. I should not allow my personal interest influence my official conduct. Think Nigeria, what is best and what is the priority at that time, irrespective of where you come from. That way, anybody would be confident with you, if you're occupying a position, you have that trust. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. We have White Level Raf joining us. Raf, welcome to the show. I don't know what you're wearing on your head, but I know that it looks like you just came back as one of the Fulani people that had a meeting in Lagos, in Abuja. No, oh yeah, they had a meeting in Abuja. 16 countries trying to find solution to insecurity in Nigeria. I don't know if you are aware, but that you are looked that way. Anyway, welcome to the show, Ralph.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Damages. Well, since they do meeting, I was like, whether they go share, give me now, so make a knock my cap. Just in case they were sharing like $50,000 or $100,000, I accept like $250,000. That's my minimum. So
So what have you been hearing about the political situation in Nigeria?
To be honest, I haven't even looked at it today because I was in the sun.
Did you watch Tinubu yesterday?
Tinubu, that guy's been doing too much, man. It's hard. It's like every 2 minutes he's doing something new. So as I saw the which one did he do? The last one that I was up to date on, where he said something about Yoruba Nation should back him, or he supported Yoruba Nation, then he retracted, and I was like, yeah, my guy. Yeah, he's everywhere, because I saw on Clubhouse there were like some people excited. And I was like, I don't know. The guys, I don't know. Maybe we should just know his age. Then, we'll confirm some things that I'm beginning to believe. But don't quote me on that, Sha. I'm still waiting for my settlement.
All right. So do you, there are prospects what could happen tomorrow, which is very soon. The president could choose a candidate as his preferred candidate, and the party, they could reject it, they could accept it. And Tinubu has said that he will obviously accept any consensus candidate. That is, no, he will accept only one consensus candidate, which is when he is the one. Hold on, Obinna. If he's the one, if he's not a person, that he won't accept it. So based on Raf, based on what you know, your knowledge of Nigerian history, what do you think will happen if he's not the candidate of the president?
But Tinubu has not said anything surprising. After all his investment and why should he say anything otherwise? There's nothing he has said that is a surprise. And Buhari is their Baba. Sai Baba is supposed to do what Sai Baba is supposed to do. So it's a house built on a foundation of I don't even know if we can call it mud or sand, but that's what the foundation they built their house on. So it's looking like exactly the way the house is supposed to look. And there's no magic, there's nothing, but the way it's supposed to be, Sai Baba is supposed to pick who his successor should be. And now everybody is like, hey, Baba, but let me give you, let me pay for the time where you don't get water because you say you only had 150 cows. So let me remember. And then this one like, no, it was from River State the money came from. And it's like, oh. So we'll find out, but there will be a fight at the end of the day. Some people will be frowning, some people will be happy, but a fight will still break out at the end of the day because nobody will be happy. This is just this reminds me of earlier PDP when after the first primary there was breakouts and then some people I'm out of here, and just like the way when Atiku lost to Goodluck Jonathan, after Goodluck Jonathan was the main guy at PDP. Atiku was like, I'm out of here. You will see who's the bad loser. And I think Tinubu will show his true colors. And if he doesn't get his way, he will bounce. So we'll see it. So that's my feeling.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me go to somebody who has not spoken.
I just wanted to ask a question, right?
Oh, go ahead, Obinna, go ahead. Let me.
Yes, my question is that yes, I know that a lot of people contributed to his winning, so there's no way that he can satisfy everybody. But what is wrong with the governors? All the governors chose their successor. So why do they have a problem with the president choosing their own successor? That's my own question. Why are they seeing it different? What's their problem? none of the governors today had nothing to do with the person that is succeeding them in their parties. None of them.
And Obasanjo also continued.
I don't know this Obina. I don't know that he banks in the same bank like me. He talks like somebody that bank in the same bank like I bank. We must investigate this Obina.
Right. All right. Let me go to welcome.
Can you clarify what you mean by the governors pick their successors?
Yeah, you know now, not the whoever.
Wait. Dominic, don't come now with English. No, I will help you here. Let me. Dominic.
Baba himself choose some. Baba himself
Thank
has
you.
been doing that in Lagos. So now he's
Tinubu did
working
it.
very.
The only government. What happened to Ambode? What happened to Ambode?
Excuse me, Tinubu did not do that. Tinubu did not unpick.
Even this.
He went for election. There was always election.
No.
Okay.
The same
okay.
There was always an election in Lagos. Can only one person talk?
Okay.
So
I was not quoting.
Yeah, so there's always going to be an election. Yeah, there's always going to be.
Hold on. Are you talking about primary election or are you talking about general election?
Not primaries. We're not even talking of general. We're talking of primary because it starts from the primary. So the primaries, all the governors that picked their successor, they still went through primaries. But you see that one got 900 votes, the other one got 1 vote. So
yeah, only in Benue State that the pick is on its own lost.
Yes. It happened in Benue State. All right. Let me introduce new people that joined us. Jodine, am I saying it right? I know you've been trying to join us. Welcome to the show. Tell us where you're joining us from and your view on what we've been discussing. Oh, you have to unmute yourself, Jodine. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Okay,
I'm Jude and joining from California.
Why did your name change to Jude? Why did your name?
Just Juden.
Yeah, Juden. I know that some people use this to do so many things, use their Skype thing and they change their names every day to something else. But okay.
Juden is my business name. It's my corporate business
name. I know. Go ahead, Jude. Welcome to the show. I'm just
combination of my first name and my initial M.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I've been listening to what you guys have been saying since, and like I continue to say, election in Nigeria is a scam, and the more we
have a lot of people on the message board saying exactly the same thing, that it's a scam.
It's a scam.
It's still going on tomorrow and next tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going on, and then the more we come out like this, especially some of us that have been talking, the more we talk about it like this, it's like we are giving legitimacy to illegitimate and rotten structure or rotten system.
Now, Jude, let me just so that people will understand. If you were running a newspaper, okay, let's say you are running a newspaper, and what will you write tomorrow on the front page? Are you going to ignore all these things and put we need a new constitution on the cover of the paper? I want to understand that we agree on how the media works, because the media cannot basically ignore the story.
Remember, the media also is endemically corrupt in Nigeria. Okay, every system, every arm and everything in Nigeria is totally corrupt. So that is why I'm always up for dissolve that corrupt and country called Nigeria, and we'll start either come together and decide whether we want to start afresh to still be one country, or we go our separate ways. Okay, because I can't see how such a fraudulent system election that is going on now, that's been going on now, how is going to produce a credible candidate? And then how can somebody like Tinubu coming out to tell Nigeria, it's my turn, as if it's his birthright? What makes him think that it's his turn? Is he the only Nigerian? What has he done to Nigeria that makes him have that sense of ownership or sense of
entitlement.
Entitlement, exactly, that's the right word. Sense of entitlement that I am the one that's supposed to be a president at this time. And if it should be, if again, we have almost the politicians in Nigeria, they are all endemically liars. Okay, if they are not liars and they are sincere people, Tinubu himself is supposed to know if we are to do things in the right way in Nigeria. Presidency is supposed to come from north southeast, not southwest. Okay, if we are to be in an ideal situation country, but unfortunately that is not it. That is why somebody like Tinubu, even the few minutes speech he gave, where he was hammering, without him, Buhari would have not won. Buhari has been a serial loser until he came on board to pick him and make him a president. And then the governor, is it that or whatever that was a governor, how he made him a governor. If not the rotten system, how can that man, be in such a situation, that where he will now begin to feel that, yes, he's the one that will make somebody a president or the one that will make somebody a governor, and because he has that kind of power, therefore it's his turn to become a president. Okay? So,
all right. Thank you so much.
Huh?
All right, maybe
thank you so much. Yeah, it's a turn of Dominic to talk. Dr. Dominic, welcome to the show.
Yeah, nice to see you all. Honestly, a lot of craziness has been happening, but we shouldn't be surprised. I personally think Tinubu represents the old mindset of what is wrong with Nigeria. For someone to feel that sense of entitlement as a kingmaker, that since he made the president, he has rights of ownership to the presidency. That is very horrible. And I think that should signal for every Nigerian not to support APC. So whether or not he wins, I think that kind of mindset is very pervasive in the party. If Peter Obi joins APC today, all of you that are here, those in the comment section who are saying wherever Peter Obi goes, will go, will you go to the APC? When I talk to people about politics, I always try to make a distinction between the party and the politics, right? But there gets a certain time where you have to lump the person with the party that they go into, right? So when Peter Obi moved from APGA to PDP, I frankly was not very happy because I felt like he should have stayed at APGA, built the party to expand beyond just Anambra State. That didn't happen. I was okay. He's been articulated, someone who has been allegedly or confirmed, depending on opinion, as someone who's corrupt. The way he started off in customs and how he made his wealth and all of those things. People felt like, the Southerners felt like, okay, since Peter Obi was presented as VP, maybe we should support Atiku, right? Over Buhari. That, that panned out the way it did, APC won. And now, Peter Obi went from PDP, now he's a Labour Party. Should we be happy about it or not? I don't know. I personally think I don't like that he decamped, especially last minute. But I'm happy about what he provides now, because he provides a third force. So even though he may not be the perfect candidate, or for some people that are very who are people who are very stubborn about loyalty, they be like, okay, maybe he's not the best person because he's disloyal or whatnot. I really don't care about that. What I feel happy about is he provides that third force. So he's not a perfect candidate. I said last week when I was talking to you guys, I was never in support of Peter Obi. But after speaking to you guys and kind of hearing, being open-minded, I think maybe at this point we need someone like Peter Obi, who is not perfect, but can bridge that gap between the nonsense and evil people that we have now. Sorry, I don't have any filters. The nonsense and evil people that we have now to someone who is like sure, who can be able to give us some of that restructuring or constitutional review or whatever we want. But I think, disparaging Peter Obi and bringing him down is not going to help us. The one thing I see in the mindset of many Nigerians is this: instead of castigating people who are doing horrible and evil, when someone presents themselves and they're not perfect, we start to castigate them and pick little faults about them. I used to be like that too, but I don't think at this point in time that we are in dire need that we need to be castigating people. That's how I feel.
All right,
Doctor.
I don't think we should be doing that.
Okay.
I'm going to leave. But
that's my opinion. But whoever wants to chime in can chime in.
Yeah, hold on. We have like another 4 minutes. We really have to round up. I have another engagement somewhere. So I'll go around. I will start with Okija. I will go to Janaba. Just use 30 seconds and round up. You can tell us what is keeping you up at night, or you can say anything else, but we have to round up. I'm involved in another conversation somewhere. So Okija, are you there? Oh, he's not there. Janaba.
Yes,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, yes. Like I said before, things are happening, and if you're interested in knowing things that are happening, you can contact me. All over the state, structures are being set up for P2B, yeah, that's it. People who are complaining that Nigeria, that we need to suspend the election, do this, whatever. US, they have 33 amendments, so we can start, we can continue working with what we have. US was a jungle before, it was, dog eat dog, wide west, so many other things, election, it was brutal in New York. It was brutal. If you have watched this movie, what's the name of that movie again? God, I've forgotten about it. I forgot the name of the movie. But this guy was there. I think Leonardo DiCaprio. He was in the movie.
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York or something like that. Yeah. So
yeah.
So I mean, it's been like that, But thank God for the electronic voting they incorporated in this election. We're hoping that it will work. So what I have to tell people is go out there and encourage people to vote. If we all, almost everybody here, almost everybody here, they commented, P2B is good. Let us stick to that candidate. Let us, encourage our people who are back home. Let them register. Let us try, with P2B. If it doesn't work, yeah, you can give up and do whatever you want to do. But let's stop complaining, talking about structure, giving excuses. Yeah, we can. Changes has happened. Changes have happened in so many places. So who knows? Maybe God has is looking at Nigeria right now.
Okay.
So thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Janaba. 30 seconds.
Okay. Kenya, are you for one Nigeria now?
I'm always one Nigeria, but listen, bro. I think West Africa is even smaller for Nigeria. To be honest with you, but if it's not working, if the marriage is not working, to your tent, Israel.
Okay. Janaba, you lost your 30 seconds.
No, I do not. But that I'm going to use it for 2 minutes. I'm going to use 2 seconds. What will keep me night for the next 48 hours is Baba to do me favor and not to nominate Tinubu. Let him feel the pain he has created for others before. So I will, and then all his 8 years or 7 years in the office, I forgive him, but he should not nominate Tinubu.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. This is straightforward and unique. Thank you so much, Janaba. Basil.
Thank you.
You have to mute yourself. Okay.
It's same old thing happening, and I don't expect any change. I don't expect any miracles. But let us see if they are now going to divide the country, make it easier for us who know that it will not work. I hope Buhari will do that and push us to that, and everybody will feel the pains, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, China. Go ahead.
Okay. All I just want to say, more or less, I want to move emotion if possible. Like Adeyemi kept saying, let's face reality. And we need to face reality here. Nigeria is not working. Dividing Nigeria is also not a solution. The motion I want to move is this. I know Nigeria is an independent country, was colonized by the Britain, but I think Nigeria needs to be recolonized completely. We need to go back and just hand ourselves over to any other people. No, I'm serious. Hand ourselves over to any other people to take us back, because
We should add ourselves to North Korea, right?
Maybe because it's not working. It can. I'm sorry, it cannot work
And you
because
need us to be
it's not working. So we need to be recolonized. I believe.
Chinazo, thank you so much. What you said, you made Chinazo, people are laughing, but it's not really a joking matter because a Ghanaian professor wrote a book on the need to sell part of Nigeria to something like Microsoft and let Microsoft run it for 100 years so that we will learn how to govern ourselves. So it's not an idea that is far-fetched. So thank you so much.
I'm not saying this thing. I know people are laughing. I know also I joined the last, but I mean it with all seriousness. No, kind of in Nigeria is sad. It's very sad.
We'll discuss this one day. Let's finish this process. Obina, thank you so much for joining us. What's keeping you up at night?
Thank you. Yes, I'll just respond quickly. So the fact is that we know how to govern ourselves. It's just that we've decided not to. Because if we're given this responsibility in different countries abroad, you see how we behave. But when we come to ourselves, we just somehow decide that we don't want to do the best for ourselves. What keeps me awake at night is insecurity. The fact that you're not sure that you can be secured when you going about your various activities. And it's all linked to unemployment. As much as I'm not a fan of the way that people like Oshomole and Wike talk, but there are certain things that they've done or they've said. Like I know when Oshomole was running for governor, he was talking about keeping youths busy in the day so that they will sleep. We all will sleep at night. And then even Wike telling his local government chairman to make sure they provide employment so that they don't spend more money on security votes. So these leaders understand that there's a link between unemployment and insecurity. We need to do something about this.
Okay, thank you so much. Abubakar, welcome to the show. I really wanted to hear from you. I know you've been trying to join us. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me? Good evening, all.
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you've been trying.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's your contribution?
Yes, you guys have been doing a wonderful job by creating this live stream. Yeah, you guys have been doing a wonderful job by creating this stream, and all ideas are welcome ideas. But most importantly, what I just want to say is that we don't want to be colonized in any format. We should speak truth to the power by trying to understand our diversity and also to move this country forward. And we can do this in a very simple, not a very complex way that we think. I'm sorry to put it this way. My generation, which were less than 50 years, we are among the most unfortunate generation in the national building, because we are still struggling power with our parents, with our brothers that are yet to leave the seat of the power, or to leave the space of where political discussion is taking place. Nigeria is so blessed in such a way that.
All right. I know that his connection, I didn't even get a chance to hear where he's joining us from, but his connection has been in and out. Anyway, let's continue. What's keeping you up at night? Rounding up. Dominic.
I came in last. Let the last talk.
I was reserving the last for Ralph. Okay, Ralph, I will come to. Adeyemi, go ahead. What's keeping you up at night? 30 seconds.
Yeah, actually, though people have been saying a lot of things, but as for me, okay, I think if maybe you let us check the internet, the 13 names, those who that passed the screening test.
The self names, yeah.
Yes, their names are now. So from this list, I think only one person is new to the distance. So all of them are old. So let us be sincere with ourselves. As for me, I will go for Tinubu. And why Tinubu? Because I see that that's the only person. I still trust Tinubu than Atiku. Because choosing the less evil is better. So they are both evils, but choosing the lesser one. So that's for me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jude, just keep me up at night.
Well, I would look at this from this way. For any society or any democracy to thrive and move such a society forward and progress, there has to be a vibrant, independent media. There has to be people engaging in holding their leaders accountable. Okay? The vibrant and independent media is also there to hold leaders accountable. And there has to be a distinct separation of power among the three constraints,
Arms of government.
Arms of government.
Among the three arms of government. And all this cannot be without a well thought out, all embracing people's constitution. And that we don't have. We don't have a constitution in Nigeria. What we are having is a sham. It's an illegitimate paperwork they threw Salami and his gang threw at us. That is why a president can decide not to respond to the Congress or the Senate when he's being invited to give account. That is why ordinary minister will have that impetus not to respond to the Congress when they want him to account for certain things. As we all have been seeing in Nigeria, when they invite any of these people, they don't go. Even when they go, they don't even talk. Some go with their lawyers. Where do you see that happening in any advanced country? And we all keep quiet and condone this nonsense. And we say we live in a country. This country is a sham. Let us destroy it. Let Nigeria be destroyed. Let everybody go their way. That is just the only way. Let us start building. Let Biafra start building by having our own constitution. Let our Dudua brothers start building by having their own people's constitution. That is just the only way. Yes, we can. Another way would have been to recolonize us so that we will learn from our colonial master, because we really didn't learn anything. But that one, I think we have gone past that. And we have gone past a situation where we will say, if this marriage is not working, certainly the marriage is not working. The marriage is such an abusive marriage that Nigeria is in. Let us stop it so that we'll save the life that is being lost in this abusive marriage every day. We feel unconcerned because it doesn't happen to us. None of our family members, I believe, is part of those people that have been kidnapped for over 2 months now in Abuja, Kaduna bomb attack, and nobody's doing anything to rescue them. All these charlatans are running around, Tinubu and co. They are running around campaigning. They've forgotten that human beings are those over there being held by terrorists. Can any of this thing happen in any advanced country, and that country will be running around holding an election? Let us be sincere. Most of us live in diaspora. Wherever you live, can this thing be happening? All those people that have been held, and even most of the Chibok girls, they are still there. Some of them are still there for how many years? And nobody has brought them back. Come on, guys.
All right.
I feel like some of us come out here and be talking as if we live in diaspora. We see how things are working. We see how a country like America or Europe, England or France can move all the military they have to rescue one individual, one of their citizens.
But Okorocha was arrested, Brother Jude.
Okorocha?
He said that none of the elite was arrested when they invited them. But Okorocha become born again that day. I think he's a Muslim, but he's not a Christian.
Look at, he became a emergency born again. Look at him. He turned to emergency born again, and his family turned to emergency prayer
warriors.
Prayer warriors.
Prayer warriors. Yeah.
Please.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ralph, 30 seconds. I know you've been taking notes.
Thank you. Yeah, I did try. So everybody to watch, make sure you like this video and share as always. There's always more than one option, and for me, following African elections, I know people we always want perfect, want it to be perfect before change and everything, which is not wrong. It's not wrong for us to want that, but however, rigging can be defeated. We can't say because there's rigging we shouldn't have elections in Nigeria. We shouldn't move forward. Our system, you can defeat our system. So if you are serious, me, I'm not coming to vote because that's me. But don't use me as your reason to not vote. I am one person. You can do your change. You can have your change if you want. I have my personal beliefs. Don't say I'm because of Raf, you want to do what you want to do. However, rigging can be defeated. It has been defeated in many countries. So don't use that to not have the result you want. Progress is not supposed to be easy. Even if you get your Showore or you get Peter Obi, it will not be easy. Your work is not done just because you have elected those people into power. The work doesn't stop there. Change does not come instantly. So you still keep supporting them, keep electing the people at local level. Your local election is important, just as the federal level. If you want to see results, then get the results, push for the results all the way. Final thing I would say, I heard a lot of North is developed, North is this, North is intelligent, North has a lot of things working for them. One thing I always wonder is, why is the North not looking like Dubai? Do people of North would not like to look like Dubai, not like to look like Qatar, not like to look like the Middle East that I've seen, that I've been to? But somehow we just like to say the North is this, North is that, and then we leave out all the good things of other Middle Eastern places that we like to associate the North with, and then we'll just, so why?
Okay.
Why is it 2022 and we just getting trained? So
thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Ralph. It's good that we have Abubakar back. Abubakar, round off for us with your view. What's keeping you up at night? But you can answer Ralph about why the North is not like Dubai.
No, it's difficult to answer. Okay, good evening, guys. So it's difficult to answer why the North is not like Dubai. You all know we are not living in a we're not living in a monarchy state. So like how others have stated that the North is so diverse, but that's not even the issue. The issue is that fundamental problem that we have failed to actualize in the last 60 years or 70 years of our existence in the northern Nigeria or any other part of the country is that we have refused to build on human capital development. And with that, there is no how you can become any better country, whether you have all the riches, all the richness. You can't even compare northern Nigeria or the whole Nigeria with Qatar or with Saudi Arabia. It's just simple. You are just producing 2.2 million barrels of crude oil. They are producing 9 million barrel of crude oil per day, and your population is so-called 120 million. Their population is just 33 million people. So divide that with the income they get. We are not the same, but that's not even the issue. The issue is that it's about Nigeria, and that Nigeria, I don't want us to always be looking at ourselves as North, South, this, that. We are diverse, and that does not mean that we cannot live in harmony with one another. What we all want is good governance. And for us to get good governance, just like the last speaker that said, we need to also be interested in our local election, not just the national election. That's the fundamental problem we are facing. Now, I have seen in the last 25 years or so, we are having political parties without ideology. And without ideology, you can't pursue even national development based on ideas. We'll keep having people take fake messiahs that will be coming either from Buhari, from anybody who will be just becoming that he can solve Nigerian problem. But what are their antecedents? Now, today, 2023, we all want Peter Obi. We are looking at him as somebody different politician and co. But if you sit down around and see, will he even perform even if he become the president with these current structures that we have, when the party machineries he doesn't have, or the structures even in the National Assembly might not be people who he has, who understand his visions and co. And that cannot be done overnight. It is a gradual process. So my own take is that if we really want to push Nigeria forward, I don't think 2023 is even our year. For those of us who might be lucky to be alive next 8 years, then we have to plan. Don't think of just winning election. We have to create a very good strategy of winning an election, giving ourselves maybe 8 years, that we said we don't want this kind of politician. Any politician, governor, ex-governor, ex-senator from 1999 just cannot bring any change for Nigeria. We need new breed of politics, and that new breed of politics must come from ideological development, that which we can do gradually. That's my take. Sorry, guys.
Thank you so much. Dominic, you give us the last. Huh? You say what?
I said, did you forget me?
No, I didn't forget you. No, you give the last. But before you do that, there's someone that joined us. Welcome to the show. I know.
Thank you very much for having me.
I know you've been active on the comments section, so I had to.
Yes, I just found your platform and I'm quite grateful. I hope to be a part of it in the coming future.
Thank you.
You know, you all are leaders. You are the leaders, not the guy sitting in Abuja. We are the people that will guide us out of this. And you cannot complain without participation. And this is what I tell people every time. There's no change coming. There's no miracle coming. I thank you for the platform, and I'm going to make it short. What Tinubu said is reality. He knows why he said it. And the people that are in control in Nigeria knows when he says he's deserving. They put him in that position. He has been dictating forever, and now he wants what they promised to him. This is the sad part of Nigerian politics. It's politics. Nothing is clean anywhere as far as politics. They rigged in the US election. The last election they rigged. Rigging is reality in politics, but we have to move forward. By participating, get in touch with your local chairman, build them up. The new young kids from local chairman, when they perform, put them to the next, bring another fresh breed. Like my brother Abubakar just said, plan for the next 8 years by building structures. These people have the structures. We are complaining structure matters. I thank you, my brother. God bless.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And just for the record, if you want to know, we're here on Saturdays in the morning and on Wednesdays in the evening. Dominic.
Thanks for the information. And I'm already subscribed and the notification is on.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Be on standby the next time around. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your view. Dominic, you are the last person.
It's always hard to summarize after I've talked. I started taking my own notes because I didn't want to miss anything. What has been said today, but let me get a few points across. First of all, I think we all get a little bit emotional when we talk about these things, that we say things like we need to be colonized. The same people that colonized you are the people that destroyed Nigeria. They set up in such a way that the political structure now is almost impossible to disintegrate. Right? I'm not going to go into specifics. I don't want to annoy or sound tribalist, so I'm not going to go into that. But I think we all sort of understand a little bit of what's going on. We have all these European observers come in and American observers come in, and they see all this rigging. But what they tell us at the end of the day? Oh, there was minimal rigging, everything is going well, because it's all in their own interest. When Nigeria doesn't work, when there's corruption, guess what? These corrupt people are going to take all the money, and guess where they're going to be buying houses? In DC, in London, in Switzerland. So they are enriching those countries indirectly through corruption. So why would those people? So let us not even talk about colonization. Second thing is, what keeps me awake at night is that the level of mess in Nigeria, unfortunately, may be headed towards massive bloodshed. I'm not talking this as a pessimist. I'm saying this because we have no mechanism, whether it's in the constitution or in our culture, to disintegrate Nigeria. So for those who are talking about disintegrating Nigeria, restructuring those things, there's no mechanism in place. Countries like USSR or Yugoslavia, some of them were able to break up because in their constitution, there was a mechanism of them being able to separate. And so it was a little bit easier. But even with that, there was still rancor and bloodshed. So I can't even imagine how Nigeria can separate with all the tribalistic and negative sentiments that was used to build us together. So that is what worries me. Even the US, we're talking about Australia, even the US has 3 amendments. And to get even one amendment to pass after Congress suggests it, every single state legislation has to approve it. And they give a time of about 1 year or 2 years. So even that is very difficult. 3, I don't understand what, with all due respect, what Mr. Adeyemi is saying about the better of two evils. Why should we settle for evil? Look at how messy the country is. Is it not the same Tinubu that formed the APC and gave us Buhari? Think about it. If we have heart and we actually bleed red and we actually are disturbed by the amount of bloodshed that's happened in Nigeria, nobody ever should be talking about the better of two evils. So I'm not here to insult you, but I'm here to say that if many of our youths have the same mindset as what you just mentioned, then Nigeria is going to be in serious trouble. Because guess what? After this election, let's say Tinubu comes in. After 8 years, it will still be the same mess. And someone will say the same thing like, oh, let's pick the lesser of two evils. Every single election, we always say the same thing. Let's pick the better of two evils. And where do we end up? More and more bloodshed. Every consequent government that has come in has been worse than the previous one. Look at Jonathan. Jonathan was a mess. But guess what? When we compare him to Buhari, he's now like an engine. I'm pretty sure in the next 8 or 9 or 10 years, if we have the same mindset, somebody will come and who's worse than Buhari, and then we'll be saying, oh, Buhari was a saint. We didn't know it could be that bad. So I don't want us to be having that mindset. Right? So I just, there's a lot of things to be talked about, but I think I'm going to end it at that. And I'm hoping that, we all stay healthy and that, we move up from this mindset of like, let's pray for Nigeria to let's actually take action for Nigeria. And for me, one thing that always comes to my mind when you talk about gun violence, I'm going to digress a little bit, is people talk about, whenever there's gun violence in America, people try to propose changes. And we always talk about, we pray for people, we pray for people or talk about all kinds of stuff, but no action is done. It kind of reminds me of Nigeria, same thing. When something horrible happens, we all turn to God, but no one ever brings forth good examples or ways to change Nigeria, right? Even the one or two people that bring it up, there's no support, there's no structure, nothing. When we talk about structure, what is structure? Is it not the rigging? Is it not the all the millions of naira they've stolen? What is the real structure? The only thing I see as real structure is what Sowore has suggested, which is at every election there needs to be 1 or 2 agents from each political party. But even that needs money. So that's what I think of structure. Everything else, bullion van, Jagaban, all those things are not structured. Those things are just pure corruption and using the power of incumbency to put in their people. All these governors that you're talking about, they use the power of incumbency, which is frustrating their political opponents. And I don't know whatever they did in that. Maybe they threatened some people, burn some places. But at the end of the day, the only real structure is keeping those people accountable during the election to make sure that our votes are counted. And guess what? The structure can come from the people. When you vote, stay at the voting pool. Make sure your vote is counted. If there's any irregularities, protest against it. That is the real structure. The real structure comes from the citizens, not from all this nonsense they're talking about. People carry around money and share.
All right. Thank you so much, Dominic. You rounded it up very well. I want to thank more than 2,000 people who watched us and everybody here and all the people who joined us but left. Basil, thank you so much for being here. Chinazo, thank you so much for being here. Raf, thank you so much. Jude, most of you are now regulars. Adeyemi, thank you so much. Dominic, of course, thank you. Abubakar, thank you. I appreciate your view. And Alaro, thank you so much for joining us. We will do this again on Wednesday. I appreciate your time. It's been over 3 hours that we're here. Most of you have been watching from the beginning, and I know that it's a valuable time that you are spending. Till next week, I appreciate everybody on the comment section who've been writing, and there are so many things people are saying.
What time will be on Wednesday? 10?
On Wednesday we do
10
evening.
for Wednesday.
No, we do 11 p.m. Wednesday. We do 11 p.m. On Saturdays we do that's Nigerian time. On Saturdays we do 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay. Nigerian time. But for the American people or people in New York area, it's on Saturday it's 11 a.m. and on Wednesday is 6 p.m. All right. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate your contribution. I will see you next time. If you have time, join us tomorrow on the other program, 90 Minutes Africa. We are going to continue this conversation. Sorry? Tomorrow we have an attorney and human rights, Mr. Epion. He's our guest for the show. Of course, 30 minutes to the end, you have opportunity to come in and contribute.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.